And it is Thursday night, so it must be the Edgelords and Murder Hobos. Nerd League Gaming, live Dungeons and Dragons coming at you right now. Welcome, friends. Glad to have you all here, man. This is
Friends, countrymen.
You know, the cool part about being nerds that play online D&D is that this whole Corona thing is like, so what? Like, doesn't interfere with this at all. We've been social distancing forever, man. We got Louisiana, we've got Florida, we've got Ohio, we've got Canada.
All of the Canada.
A couple places. Yeah, we have like a lot of the Canadiana. We have a lot of that, man. We are social distancing like mofos, man. It is Thursday night, and I'm glad you could join us. We are Nerd League Gaming. I am DM Roy. This is my usual cast of Lords and Hobos. Fax Fox, what's up, Fax?
Hobo Lords.
I'm definitely a hobo. I'm on the rails right now.
Hector, a.k.a. Cole Voidfang, the lovely and beautiful and talented Anna. I say the lovely and beautiful. She starts waving. Like she.
It's me. It's always me.
I mean, truthfully, I was gonna wave, but then
I'll fight you, bees.
Okay.
All right, you guys have to arm wrestle for it. We have the lovely.
I'm scared.
Lovely and beautiful John.
My characters
playing as the great Zavroski, and our latest.
Your characters are eventually going to do it.
Our latest edition.
No one tell Cole.
Hey.
That's all right. Let him watch.
Poor Cole. Oh man.
Did you say let him watch?
Yeah.
Help! I need an adult.
Hey, be careful, he might jump on your back.
All right. Speaking of love triangles, perhaps. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get into it, anybody got any fun or interesting updates from their real lives? Anything happening in your life that everybody wants to know about?
It was my birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
You're like 20 now. Woo!
Older than that, but just barely.
Not much.
30.
Still a child, but it's fine.
Still a wee bab, but actually, yes. Happy birthday to Anna. She is the April, one of two friends I have who are April Fool's babies. That's pretty cool.
My life's a joke.
That's cool, man. Anybody else got any fun stuff?
Oh.
Nation still on
Life
lockdown.
sucks.
Well, life, but it's all we got, man. It's all we got.
Yeah,
Gotta
I've
freaking
been
make do.
streaming like crazy. It's been fun. Yay.
Yeah, man. I gotta check out. I saw one of the games you were playing. One of the other D&D games you were playing in Beast. That was fun to watch for a minute. So, all right. Well, let's get into it then. Speaking of love triangles, Great Zavroski, do you have some updates for us from last? Well, he's gonna give us the information on the love triangle.
I know, but like the speaking
That
of
was a bad
usually,
segue.
it was a really bad segue.
I see what you're saying.
Where's
I-
the
Where's Zav in a
Roy, why are you
love
looking at me?
triangle?
Cut it out. I'm trying to stay out of this stuff. No, I was trying to segue into Zavroski giving us the 411 on what happened last week to give us a little bit of insight for those of us who are saying love triangle. What do you mean love triangle?
Speaking of
All right.
love triangles,
So,
Zavroski hit up in a nursing home.
I didn't mean to what?
Oh,
broke 4 hips. So, last week, session 19,
So
was the
anyway,
introduction of Ardath. The session before, Elona had run into Ardath, run to him, he lifted her up. As we began again, Ardath put her down and she slammed him in the face, telling him that the mustache is new. Was
But I'm looking for a rock.
self-conscious for a bit, but he then explains to Elona that he's trying to find Jet, his old mentor from the Temple of Cord, who had previously saved his life, but is now missing. It's been 4 years since the two saw each other, and Elona quickly leads Ardath back to the Spirits of the Hydra in a great mood, running into Cole first as he's having a drink at the bar.
Hey,
Ardath is offered whiskey, but he tries to say no as he's never had alcohol before. Elona shows him how it's done, shoots one back, and he tries to mimic it, having a rough time as it goes down.
we cut to 1 week later where he is in the alley with a bottle of whiskey.
living in the garbage.
Now has a drinking problem.
You're welcome.
And you're welcome.
Elona brings addiction wherever she goes.
Yay, Elona.
Then Zavroski comes down just as Jake comes back from his meeting with Zelfarn, now wearing some new gloves to cover his good old hand scar he just acquired from doing the pact
Oh, that's
with the
right.
dragon.
I remember what happened at the end of the last episode.
Mhm.
The whole group meets around the bar, and Elona tries to avoid talking about the monastery as Ardeth kind of introduces himself, tells everybody about Jet Brune, his mentor, and then starts talking about Elona's good old nicknames.
No.
First one we get to
What's
hear
the
is the
Brown?
Brown Terror.
Oh, terror.
This
That was tornado.
a visiting priest didn't like orcs and said some terrible things, but Elona gave him a couple beatings and he shit himself during it. So she was known as the Brown Terror
BT.
Monastery. After a bit more chatting, Mert enters in and we head up to the study to hear about Kalain of the Nine Waters. He tells us it's a tale of woe
Colleen, yeah.
where Nord Neverember extinguished her socially. However, she's still in the city, in the south side of town, and he hands over her address. It's supposed to be a small windmill out there.
Cool.
Then Mert then makes sure to solidify the fact that we're all in a partnership and is expecting a 20% stake in the treasure from the great game that we seem to be pursuing. Ardoth mentions Jet Brune, the fire genasi, to Mert. And Mert says he'll help any friend of the group. And with that, he's about to leave, but he gives a wink to Elona. And Ardoth has to step in socially to make sure she doesn't clock Mert in the face. After that, Mert's gone. Ardoth talks to Elona for a bit. Says he may not be in town for long, but she tells him he's not leaving. You're not leaving, lover boy.
Oh, lover boy.
With that, eventually Jake joins in, convinces Ardoth to stay, and Zavroski says he'll be playing that night, and everyone kind of stays in for a night of a great atmosphere in the tavern. The next day, Cole wakes up and realizes he did not actually have his dream. He immediately sets off to the city of the dead. He hears from Ambrose that a group watches the chain undid itself at the gate, and good old Corporal Bob takes over the story at that point, and how the soldiers shouted, "Hold, spirit!" and heard a gasp. And then one guard swears they heard footsteps scampering away, but obviously that wasn't what it was. So the Corporal Bob was very happy with his performance in that he scared away the spirit that was doing the bad deeds in the graveyard.
And you thought the City Watch was basically bumbling and incompetent. Look at that.
And they are.
They are 100% bumbling and incompetent.
Yeah, they're not basic
Cole-
anymore. They are definitely.
Cole was obviously unimpressed and chews out the guard about how it was likely an invisible person and that they did a shit job and that person hasn't been caught.
I was so proud of myself.
Fuck your trash job.
You suck.
Tracking mud everywhere.
He asks why if they have any mages in the city guard, and Ambrose explains that the Greyhands kind of suck up most of the mages in the city, or they all have their own goals and stuff, aren't really part of the guard. But even with a bit of chewing out of his guards, Ambrose ends up thanking Cole and says they'll keep watch, and that this captain of the city dead is in his debt. While that's happening, Elona confronts Jake about wearing gloves. Jake tells her he's done something. He tries to deflect by saying he's off drugs and then offers some to Elona, which she manages to turn down.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Eventually, Jake relents and shows Elona the scar and tells her about the pact with Zelfarn, saying, I needed more magical power.
To deal with the trouble.
Elona is very worried about him and the fact that his hands are hot as fuck, and that his eyes flash with lightning, and that he's got crazy eyes again. She's
And-
worried that it'll hurt him.
I want lightning eyes. That'd be so cool.
Oh.
Jake
Make your
Tries
friends.
Tries to
Contact
ensure that he did this for. I did this for us alone. That's what he said, and she's worried about him still. But Jake deflects with a good old trouble speech again about how he needs magical power to deal with trouble.
Love the trouble speech.
It's all about the trouble.
While that's going on, Ardath comes down and finds Cole has returned and is at the bar, angry about the city of the dead guards, about to start day drinking or morning drinking even.
Hey, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Exactly. That's what 40s at 4 is for.
Just saying.
But they get talking, and eventually Cole asks him about how he communicates with Cord. And Ardath explains that they pray, sometimes fight in a circle, show their prowess. But Ardath does not actually get direct responses, and it sounds like the Raven Queen actually is a bit more direct with Cole than Cord is with Ardath. Cole then asks Ardath's opinion on the guards and the Raven Queen dream, and Ardath's response allays some of Cole's anxiety about the situation, and they start making good old breakfast for the crew. After eating up, we all head towards Kalane's residence. Ardath drawing a lot of attention as we walk through the city. Not too many giant.
Yeah, there aren't
people
very
walking
many
through
half
the city of
orcs.
Waterdeep.
There aren't very many half orcs in Waterdeep, but they're part of the population. Ardath though is definitely a standout. They're exceedingly rare, rare enough to draw attention in many places where he goes.
And we meet a hawker trying to sell a random potion. After a bit of discussion, Cole uses magic eyes to see the potion is actually magical. Eventually, after some haggling, Elona buys it. Was going to buy it for somebody, but then she just bought it for herself.
It'd have been a pretty solid
turns
deal,
out
I
to
think,
be a
right?
pretty good potion.
Yeah.
Could have got it cheaper.
I tried, man.
Did you pay like 10 gold or something for this? Like that was some preposterous price already.
I was trying to get it for 5.
You might have been able to.
We
I think we were trying to get it for
because
2.
I
They
we
were
were trying to get it for
a
2.
reseller, which we definitely thought it was a stolen potion. But we bought it.
100%.
It was definitely a stolen potion.
It's totally fine.
But moral gray area. It's fine.
My conscience
love
is
the card.
clear.
After that, we reach Lane's tower. It's in quite a bit of disrepair. Zavroski goes up and knocks. Eventually, Kalane answers, letting in the giant group of people outside after we mentioned Dalakar. Inside, there are many paintings of creatures, from bunnies to monsters. She lets us in and then offers it a drink. No one really wants one, but she says something in a painting, and a creature jumps out and gets herself a drink from the room nearby.
I want that painting.
She's a bit crazy, and after a bit of talking, thinks that we're there to kill her or attack her. And it takes quite a bit of convincing to make sure she doesn't attack us with all her magical paintings. Eventually, we get to find out that Dalakar was Dagalt's person, or Dagalt being Lord Neverember. She does refer to Lord Neverember as Dagalt. Is Dagalt's person in Waterdeep. She says she still loves Dagalt and talks in circles quite often about seeming to forget what we're talking to her about during most of the speech. She does tell us that Dagalt owed a life debt to, or Dalakar owed a life debt to Dagalt, as in Lord Neverember.
This is cool. One of my favorite parts of John's recaps is that I get to get a sense of how good a job I did portraying an NPC to you guys. Right? So it's like when John is saying this and the things he said about her, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's
Like,
fucking nuts.
but those are the things like I wanted you guys to pick up about her. So
That she was fucking insane.
She was fractured.
She was batshit crazy.
there's a lot to unpack, or several things to unpack there. Anyway, it's for me, it's kind of interesting because I'm like, oh, okay, I got the sort of main points across at least. That's good.
Yeah. She also tells us that ever since Dagalt got obsessed with the Melarcan Vault, a dwarven vault, she was kind of put to the wayside, and she blames that a bit and wants us to take all the papers about that Daigle that she had from Daigle, and get them out of her sight as they bring her sorrow. Cole inquires about the magical nature of the paintings for a bit, but finds out that the magic is actually from her and not the paintings. With that, we managed to grab some important papers that have good info on where this treasure may be. We have some information about a quote of being, "Move the dragon to the American ceremonial vault." That was dated about 4 years ago. There's some correspondence between Hammond Craddock of the Venturers, Distillers, and Brewers Guild, making it clear that Craddock gave Lord Daigle large bribes to cover up scandals in the dock ward. There's a letter from Dalkar, dated 4 years ago, reporting an unsuccessful effort to infiltrate the enclave of red magic in the castle ward. And there's also a note pertaining to a ceremonial vault built by the American dwarves beneath Waterdeep centuries ago. It details that the vaults were built by worshippers of Damathion, the keeper of the mountain secrets. There's also an unsigned letter written to Lord Neverember 4 years ago that the last of the three eyes has been secured.
That's a lot of
With
information.
that information, Zavroski sends a paper bird to Mert, only talking about items not mentioning the vault, but mentioning the other things. The party splits up with Zavroski and Ardath to visit Renair, and the others to go to Zelfarn because they all hate Renair. Pretty much.
But he's been your guys' friend. Come on.
He's a
He
hunty noble.
shit on non-nobles, and Cole has had a chip on his shoulder ever since.
But he did like legit apologize.
Half-assed apologize.
No, come on. He was
and then continued to ask, is there a nobles only part?
he did no. He legit apologized. Come on. He was
Still a noble. Still not great.
Kind of a half-assed apology. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. So we had Zavroski and Ardath meet with Renair. Renair's guards didn't let them in right away, but after a bit of time, they're let in and known to be good friends with him. He warmly greets the pair.
warmly.
Zavroski speaks about Kalain, and Renair talks about her in a fond-ish manner and says she was wrongly done by his father. During the conversation that follows, he shows his contempt for his father quite a bit, as we show him the 3 notes that Zavroski had paper-birded to Mert. But Renair is about to talk about how he has a guy that could look into it, and it turns out it was Mert anyways. So not a whole lot of information gained there. But we do ask him about Jet Brune for Ardath. But he would also use Mert for most of that information as well, as he hasn't seen anything about a fire genasi himself. There was a bit of shots fired inadvertently by Renair while talking about being rich and people not having much money that Zavroski took in stride. And other than that, that's where we end.
That wouldn't have gone well with the other group.
Nope. No, it wouldn't have.
I feel like Zavroski's dealt with that kind of attitude for quite a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Zavroski.
You dealt with Jake's dad.
Truth.
Yeah, that's it's a world apart, right? And we can definitely sort of draw a lot of parallels, between Waterdeep and modern society, where the nobles, this is a kid who was born into a preposterously rich family, right? And the wealth distribution in Waterdeep is probably the same as it is in our society these days, or worse even, if you can imagine that, So he has no earthly idea what it's like to not have every whim, every need, like he has no needs, you know what I'm saying? He's operating
He's
on
like
it.
Bobby Lisner.
Just on who's that?
He's a rich kid that did try to start his own YouTube vlog channel, and it's absolutely atrocious to watch.
Yeah, could be.
We should give Jake a vlog.
Ooh, that'd be cool. He totally could. Yeah. Though you guys have found out, noted before though, that Renair, somebody in an early episode had like shaken hands with Renair, and was surprised at the grip. In fact, Renair's hands hold the calluses of a at least somewhat experienced swords. One of you did. His hands hold the calluses of at least a somewhat experienced swordsman. So he's perhaps not a total useless lunk, but he's a rich guy. Like, he's a total rich guy. So he just doesn't get the idea of needing to like make money or anything like that. He has lived. His dad doesn't even live here anymore, but he still lives on this family stipend, right? Where he lives, and all of his needs are met. Though he doesn't have much free cash, perhaps, but he's clearly well taken care of. So anyway, so have you guys completely concluded that, or do we need to open scene with Renair, or can we go to? I think the other
we're completely concluded on that.
We had closed on that.
Yeah,
and-
because we had Jake's drop.
Right.
What?
We actually ended the session on the pair or the three of Jake, Elona, and Cole walking towards Zelfron, and Jake about to show Cole his glove, or the secret under his gloved hand.
All right, so let's do that then. Awesome. So as you guys have finished up there, that's good. And the rest of the group travels down south, down to the dock ward once again. This is even in the morning here, this is like an hour-long walk. Getting through the jostling traffic of Waterdeep. It's always so much to see. So we'll open scene as you guys are getting through the dock ward, getting to the docks. The three of you. What does that look like in the early hours of life in Waterdeep? The docks are actually at this point most of the boats are actually gone, because this is the time when the fishermen are all out fishing. So the docks themselves are relatively quiet right now because everyone's
Looks like everybody's social distancing here.
That's right. That's right. But this is where like the
Jake,
shops.
stay 6 feet from us, please. Thank you.
Shops are starting to set up and open, and the people who are going to be receiving the fishermen here in a few hours are sort of preparing their day and stuff like that. But the boats, by and large, are gone because this is when the fishermen do their trade. Of course, there are many other ships, giant ships that are just birthed here, but the locals are sort of out doing their trade right now.
Cole, before we do anything and before we go see Zelifarn, I feel like there's something I should share with you. And you may notice, like, Jake's running a fever at this point. Like, he's fairly sweating, kind of pale, looking fairly sick.
God damn it, Jake.
Running a mad fever, not feeling so hot.
Okay, does it have anything to do with this?
It has everything. Well, not everything to do with this, but it has to do with Zelifarn. And he starts to pull off his glove, and he shows Cole the silvery scar on his hand. He's like, "I made a blood pact with Zelifarn."
You made an agreement.
Yes. Right now, I'm not feeling so hot. I'm sure it'll subside. The books didn't really talk much about these kind of side effects, but I thought you should know before we met with Zelifarn, as I didn't want to keep it a secret. I felt that I should tell you instead of hearing it just randomly through Zelifarn.
The surge of power that comes with a pact like this can affect the body in different ways.
Yeah, it's gonna get him fucking killed.
You can see in fact, all around his palm where the scar is, it's like red and inflamed, as if it's like his body's sort of trying to fight it off. And he's even looking at you like he looks kind of pale, but he's also like bristling sweat on his forehead and as he's talking to you.
You definitely feel different.
You can feel the heat coming off of me right now.
Yeah, in fact, the scar itself is like hot, painfully hot to the touch if you were to touch it.
Well, I only know the experience of my bargain, but I also had a couple days where I did not feel so great. But
So,
after
you're saying this is normal then?
No.
the power was quite nice.
See, Elona, this is normal. This is absolutely normal. And, oh, it hurts.
Cole, maybe we should stop normalizing him being literally dying in front of us.
He's okay for now.
If it gets worse, then I I may have to go see like Vajra or something like that, and that wouldn't be so
We
bad.
have connections to very powerful mages. If
He's
there is
gonna
something
die.
wrong, we will go to them, and they will fix it.
I would say that since we're talking to Zelefarm, we could ask him, but he didn't seem to know much more about this than I did. I think
Maybe we should stop
I knew
making
more.
pacts with fucking things that are more powerful than us. Maybe we should start doing that. Ever think of that, huh?
Listen. Just like Cole, I felt I needed this power for us to get done what we needed to get done to protect ourselves from the dangers that are coming.
Okay, maybe I'd expect dumb shit from that, like that from Cole, but not from you, Jake. And I'm gonna walk in front of
I do
them
dumb
like, by
shit
like
all
12
the time.
feet. I'm gonna walk in front of them by like 12 feet. I'm done. I'm done dealing with this right now.
Cole's like, I'm right here. I'm right
My middle
here.
name is dumb shit. Come on.
That's true.
Yeah, are you listening to yourself talk?
Cole will be like, that was rude. But, how do you feel? Like, do you feel the power surging in you?
If that's if you want to call this a power surge, I feel like I'm gonna throw up all over your boots right now, dude. Like I am messed up. I'm not feeling great at all. I'm hoping to get through this part, and that I feel better after that.
And one thing you've
I'm burning
noticed,
up.
yeah, you are, and you notice that like this has started this morning. Is that you can feel your pulse in your hand, the scar. You're constantly, your hand is just, you feel your pulse in your hand constantly.
I can feel my pulse in my whole body right now.
Yeah. It sort of like starts in your hand and then kind of radiates out through your entire being. So your whole body is like just this constant sort of like something inside of you is pulsing and it's unsettling. But it's probably okay. So what are you guys doing down here in the dockboard?
I think we need to get a boat, and then we were gonna contact Zelefarm.
All right, we can do that. We can find a boat around. What did we charge last time? 5 silvers, 5 shards for a.
It was 5 shards, yeah.
5 shards for a boat for the day. Sure, take it.
I forgot my wallet. Can somebody cover this, please?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna fucking pass out.
And you're thirsty, Jake. You're so thirsty all the time.
Is seawater safe to drink?
No.
No. Not at all.
Just kind of, if Elona's broken the whole social distancing, Jake will kind of be like, do you think some wish would help with this? He's half passing.
No. And I'm gonna grab my water skin and hand it to Jake and let him just finish it off.
Glug. And then glug.
Like
Before somebody else can make the
water
joke.
in 3 minutes.
Gone.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pass
Gone.
out, tell me so I can make sure you don't fall off the side of the boat, please. Thank you.
I'm gonna curl up in the bottom of the boat and try and take a nap.
Oh,
Let me know when I need to cast Thunderwave.
are you sure he's gonna be okay?
I was, but it's a different patron, so
Were you like this?
I
Were
was
you curled up in the bottom of the boat?
was very ill.
Well, and this isn't, just a patron. This is him actually sort of mixing
This
his
is a blood
physical.
pact, yeah.
He's missing his physicality with a being of immense power. So it's yours is more of a sort of spiritual sort of partnership connection. He's actually like melding his being with this other creature.
He's only going by what experience he
Yeah,
has, and so that's the information he gives them. I only have what happened to me as a reference, so it could be worse. It could be much easier for him, but I was knocked on my butt for at least 3 days.
If Jakey dies from this, I am killing a fucking dragon.
You are well within your right.
I'm gonna be fine.
Jakey, shut up and go to bed.
All right, so Jake goes to sleep, and you guys row out into the things. 4 minutes later, you're there. Jake's like he's on the bottom of the boat.
Jakey.
You're on.
Oh, he's dreaming he's running.
Jakey.
Actually, it's more your arms
yeah.
though. It's probably more you dreaming you're flying. I'm flying.
We're here.
You're not
I just had the most
flying?
marvelous dream that I had dragon wings. and it takes like all of his energy. Like you can clearly see that he's struggling. It's not coming as naturally as it would have previously, but he manages to muster up a thunder wave into the water.
All right, you guys sort of feel as much as you see the waves ripple down beneath the boat, and as the wave.
Alona's gonna hold Jake by the back of the
different?
collar just to make sure he doesn't fall off the fucking boat.
Good idea.
Does it look any different?
Does what look any different?
The thunder wave?
Well, he's sort of doing it like in the water, so you don't really. There's no kind of physical effect. Like I said, you see the water ripple, but you feel the water below you, like as this wave of sound penetrates far below the boat. A couple of minutes go by, and eventually, once again, the all of a sudden, as you're like, looking around, and to your left, this huge explosion happens in the water. As you realize it's actually this enormous, gigantic dragon creature flying out of the water, flies over the boat, dripping cascades of water over all of you, drenching all of you with the water. And it sort of flies.
Never not going to get old.
It flies around in a circle or two, and then it sort of comes down, and it's like, and you see it speaks on. Oh, my friends, yes, I sensed you. And he kind of comes down and lands next to the boat, splashing you once again, and sort of floats there next to the boat. This giant thing, much bigger than you and the three of you and the boat and everything. Standing there, well, Jake, you're not looking so good.
I feel fine, Zelfa. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Cole's assured me that everything's going to be fine.
You blood fucked him up.
My deal was much different than yours.
Cole,
But you were fine. I'll be fine.
What happened to me?
I do not think that your friend has bonded himself with the blood of a dragon. And you see that he puffs up when he says a dragon. Like he clearly knows that dragons are sort of the penultimate thing to be in the entire universe.
No, but it was a goddess.
Yes. Gods, I'm sure goddesses are very powerful, but are they dragons?
Can we just finish what the hell we came out here for the love of God?
What did we come in here for again?
How can I help you?
It was your idea to come out
Yeah, you
here.
said we needed to come out here, Jakey.
This boat is spinning.
The boat is fine, Jake.
I'm gonna grab Jake
Is
and
your friend
force
okay?
him to sit down.
Your friend may need to rest for a couple of days. As I warned him, the blood of dragons is incredibly powerful. And I do not have any idea how this can affect mortals. I know something like this has been done before, though sometimes in different ways. Normally the bond between dragons and humans is done differently, if you know what I mean. This time, though, we exchanged blood. I worry about the effect on a mortal creature such as your friend.
Yeah, he's not doing great.
This was
Only been a
his.
day.
This was his asking, a favor I did for him, young
It's true.
miss. You may mind your tone with one who has done a favor for your friend.
I'm gonna walk to the other side of the boat so I don't punch a dragon in its face. I'm gonna walk to the other side, I'm gonna sit down, and I'm just gonna try and meditate, because that kind of worked in the monastery, so we're gonna try it again.
Your friend does not seem to appreciate the power that you have acquired, my friend Jake.
She's just worried because I feel like I'm going to die. That's all.
You may,
But
actually.
I remember why we're here.
Her fears may be very valid. You actually may die. I am not assured of your survival.
Listen. Let's not worry about that right now. That's not what we're here to discuss. How would you get a dragon into the city of Waterdeep?
That cannot happen. There are magics more ancient and powerful than even me. Waterdeep is well protected against dragons.
What if you went like underground into a Melurkian vault?
Underground into what's a Melurkian vault?
I have no clue what a Melurkian vault is. It's a word I heard. I'm just repeating it
Some
now.
dwarven-made type of vault.
Some dwarven vault. Well, dwarves are good at vaults. I don't think dragons can get inside Waterdeep in any way. I have tried, and I have talked with others of my kind, and Waterdeep is apparently well warded against dragon kind.
See, guys, there's no dragon in Waterdeep. They had to be talking about gold.
Then
There's a
why did
dragon
they
in
say
Waterdeep?
Singular dragon.
Because it's code. You're not
Why
going to
would
say
they not use
dragons when you're trying to
something
hide
else?
it. I don't know.
What dragon isn't?
Because just for the same reason we doubt that it's actually dragons. Right now you're doubting it, aren't you? So it's working. Their whole plan worked.
He actually cranes his neck into the boat. It's like, wait, what do you mean dragon in Waterdeep? How did a dragon? What are you talking about? How did a dragon get
Apparently
in
there's
Waterdeep?
like a dragon in a vault in Waterdeep, or they think it is. I think it's actually like a big pile of gold. Like I think it's plural
would I
dragons.
still have those papers with me, or did Zavroski
I think they
take
missed
them?
the S.
I think Zav took it.
You tell me. I don't know.
I mean, I know Jake stuffed a bunch of papers into his jacket, but we already went through those papers, so I don't know what he's got left on him. It's here somewhere. Hold on.
Yeah, that's one of those
Hold
things
on.
you guys can.
Hold on. There,
decide.
this one. Cool. You
If
read.
we
I can't
really
read it right
wanted,
now.
we could have just written the notes again, the important bits.
I found it.
No,
I
it's
found it. I
yeah,
got
no.
it.
This is one of those
Oh,
things
cool. I can't read
where
right now.
I think it's better to what makes the best
Sit
story. Let's just do that. You
down.
know.
Then I just show him the paper. Look, we're looking vault. Hide the dragon, not dragons.
Well, I don't know how precise this writing is. It could have been. This is a human's writing, I assume. Humans are notoriously non-specific in their writing.
And we're also liars.
Except for the poets. Oh, well, you are liars. That is true as well. But I have found the poets to be exceptionally good at crafting proper written statements. Those are the men you should listen to. Now, those are words you should hinge upon. In fact, I've even found some human poetry where even the syllables or the rhyme and meter of the poetry can have a significant impact on the interpretation of the piece. It's amazing stuff. The poets amongst your society are fascinating individuals. I would listen to them long before I would listen to anyone else. In fact, the poets, and he's sort of going off into this long monologue.
Shut him up, please, for the love of God. Can you shut him the fuck up?
You know who would love this conversation, but he's not here.
yes,
With
yes.
us,
Zavroski.
Zavroski.
He would
so-
love it. Wait till
yes.
he's fucking here.
Oh, yes. Well, anytime Zavroski wants to come and speak about the merits and, in fact, the flaws of human poetry, I would be intrigued to do so. The bits I have written, I see the poets as the penultimate humans. In fact, I don't know why you don't have the poets as your leaders of society. They seem much more appreciative and understanding of the way the world works than these others that you have in your society. Why, I once read a poem. Let
Oh
me
my
recite
God,
this
shut
poem
him
to you.
up.
Please, any information that you could have on possibly getting around these words, or any specific depth underground that they would have to be to not be within the ward's action.
Well, I'll tell you, I can try to experiment if you'd like. I mean, I would love, and his eyes just literally bulge. I would love to walk amongst the humans in the city of Waterdeep. The things I could see and experience there, the things I have heard.
We also don't want you to injure yourself. If this is something that's going to hurt you, we don't.
Oh,
want
no.
that either.
What I have found is that it is a thing where the closer you get to Waterdeep, the less you want to be in Waterdeep. Out here, it's not so bad, and I can feel my yearning. But if I were to go closer, in fact, up amongst the docks, I find the closer I get, the less I want to be there until I find myself wandering away. So it's not like this some damaging type thing. It's almost something that affects the mind that just makes me not want to be there. It is incredible magics. I have tried to look at it a bit, but I cannot even sense it. It is, I must admit,
Something
far
so
beyond-
powerful to affect the dragon
indeed,
in such a way.
far beyond even my powers. Hey, cutie. Yeah, hold on.
Hey,
Oh, it is a hey. Hold on. Is it unlocked? You got it. All right. Yes. So I can look around. I can try and explore and experiment a bit if that would help. And see what I can find out.
Any information that you can provide us with would be greatly
yes,
appreciated.
Oh, yes.
and severity of like with depth or height to the wards.
Sure. No. Do not doubt. If I can find a way into the city, I will use it. This is good information. Thank you, my friends.
God.
See, told you I'd be there for you.
Thanks, baby. Oh. You gotta do the fingerprint. Your fingerprint doesn't work? Oh. My phone's like, I locked the wife out of my phone. Take that. Well, you know. All right. So anything else with Zelephar?
These bonds that you have made with Jake, what other stories have you heard of them, and how successful they have been in the method that you have chosen to use?
I have heard very little about this, though I admit the couple of stories I have heard about this are not promising. The blood of dragons, it turns out, and here he's still sort of pompous, but subdued. Like he seems to have some genuine concern. The blood of dragons, it turns out, is incredibly powerful, at least in regard to humans. Humans do not well accept our blood. If there have been times when dragons and humans have actually mated, because dragons can assume different forms, you may be aware of this. And in those cases, the offspring of these dragons, they are creatures of power, right? But to directly infuse the blood of a dragon into a human, that is not often done. In fact, well, not often done. And the couple of cases I have heard of have not turned out well for the human. I'm sad to say.
Right.
But your friend seems to be made of strong cloth. He seems to be a strong individual. In fact, I was surprised at how quickly he was revived when we had the initial ritual. And he
revived.
I thought he was dead. I thought he was actually dead. Once we did it, he actually passed out and was lying there. And I took
My
him.
heart might have stopped for like 25 seconds.
But he did come to once again, and he seems to still be himself. I am impressed at his fortitude. So perhaps there are some
these other cases. Were the people driven mad? Did they die? What?
I know of
from
only
some sort of sickness. What?
I know of only 2 other cases, and these were cases where there were nobles who were able to bribe dragons with immense sums of money. And these nobles, neither of them survived. I do not know all of this. I have not researched as much. I have only spoken to a few of my kind. And I have
And you let him do this, knowing the fact... Elona's going to stand up because she's hearing this conversation, walk back over. You let him fucking do this knowing the fact the other 2 people died. He doesn't make good decisions for himself. He never makes good decisions for himself. He needs permission slips before he does most things.
Your friend is no common noble. I sense this in him, and in speaking with him, I know that he is made of.
Still a person.
He is indeed, and I cautioned him strongly against this. This was not my decision. I will remind you once again. Your friend was very insistent. He kept mentioning something about.
It's going to be fine. I'm going to get stronger.
That's
I'm
exactly.
gonna get through this.
That's
we
exactly
all hope
the speech
this
he
is
gave
the
me.
case, but it could not be.
It's like when I got Baldurian flu as a kid. I got through it though.
You almost died 3 times.
But I got through it.
Barely.
How
I
long
got through it.
did these other cases survive?
It was a matter
After
of
the
days. Within a matter of days, they apparently expired. I am
Well,
sorry to say.
we will find out in a few
Looks
days.
like I'm
I
sleeping in
warned-
your room, Jakey, to
I
make sure you
warned
don't
your friend.
die.
I warned your friend about all of this.
I do not blame you.
I do.
I do not either. You should not. I am blameless. I accept no responsibility.
One who seeks power will get the power regardless of the price.
That's wisdom. Oh, that is wisdom. Wow, you're very wise amongst humans. You're Cole Voidfang, that is.
Yes.
Jake, this is a good friend of yours. He is very
God,
wise.
let's pet everyone's ego. Yay.
Wise beyond his years. You should listen to this one.
That's why I asked him about this all stuff, and he said it was going to be fine. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine.
Yes, that's good. Your other friend seems more impetuous, not so driven by wisdom as by passion. There is
She's
merit.
just worried. It's like,
She
have you ever had
cares
somebody worried
deeply.
about you?
I am not very familiar with others worrying about me. I mostly just take care of myself. This is not something I understand well.
I worry about you, Zelipharn. I hope you're okay.
You worry about me?
Of course I do.
Why would you do that? You are a human and I am a dragon.
Because you're my dragon brother now. We're blood brothers.
Yes, but my fate is not intertwined with your own.
It is now. I'm pretty sure this whole blood thing intertwined our fates pretty strongly, actually.
I am not convinced, but that is a fascinating theory. Fascinating. I must find a poet to discuss this with. Your poets amongst your
We'll
kind.
send Zavroski to you. It'll be great. You guys will have a great fucking time.
That's a good idea. Have I told you how much I admire the poets of your society? The poets of your society are so well versed. They take care of every word
Okay,
that they
Chica,
say.
I think we're done here. You want to say your goodbyes or what?
Blah blah blah. He just goes on. Da da blah 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 blah.
I have to get to a bed.
20 seconds or I
Delafarne.
jump off of this boat.
I gotta get to a bed. I hate to just kind of like talk and then run. I'd love to hear more of this, and maybe I'll come back with Zavroski sometime. We can hear all about this, but I think I've got to get some sleep.
Ah, that's good. Well, that is excellent. And he flies up because I need to continue looting this recent treasure I have found. And splashes into the water and completely drenches the boat. The whole boat's like rocking back and forth, and he's swimming down into the depths.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I know you want to hit something. Come on. Come on.
No. I'm fine.
Restraint?
Wow.
The meditation really
Jake
is
would be
working.
worried if he wasn't passed out in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, fair.
All right.
Once we get back to shore, Elona's gonna do that thing where kids fall asleep in the back of the car and they magically wake up in their bed. Elona's just gonna carry Jake through town so he can stay sleeping.
That's cool. And you got to do that like this human. Like, you're like, and
It doesn't weigh much.
that's a long walk back. That's another hour walking back to the tavern, and you actually catch a lot of glimpses. You're going through. You head up. In fact, you get up the main road, and in fact, at some point, a group of guards walks up to you and says, "Hold, citizens!"
This
And they're
is
looking
not
at the
as
half
bad
orc.
as it
And you see them.
looks,
They haven't drawn
friends.
weapons, but they have hands on weapons, and they're like, "What befalls?"
He's sick. I'm getting him home.
This is all we're doing. We're getting our friend to his home, his bed. That's it.
You want to feel his fucking fever? He'll probably burn you.
Who wants to make a persuasion check?
I will.
Cole.
All right,
Cole,
Cole.
please. I ain't touching persuasion.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to try to intimidate the guards. That might
Yeah, probably not a
backfire.
good idea. I was told to remind you about your inspiration, Roy.
Ooh, thank you. Am I owed one?
No, just that you have them.
Like that you have 4 of them.
So 22 persuasion.
Hey,
right.
let's go, Cole.
Three.
I'm using an inspiration. I don't. Is that true? I need you to re-roll that for me, Cole.
Oh,
Why?
you used an inspiration to make you re-roll it.
Okay.
Uh oh. Wait, where's
Get a
my
higher roll. It'll make me giggle. Oof.
A
14 still
14.
not bad.
Wait, where's my inspiration?
You can make him re-roll it again, Roy. Keep using those inspirations.
No. I don't want to use them all now. But that is a really good reminder because this would have been a really fun time to fail that. They.
Oh, it would have been great. Elona would have had great time.
Fine. All right. No. I'm gonna save the other couple. Plus, you have a +7, so you're probably not gonna fail this anyway. So, they're like, All right. Very well then. Get him home. This. It's not even noon yet, and he's already. The people of this town sometimes.
He's not drunk. He's
And
sick.
the guards look at each other. Yes, sure. Carry on. And you guys continue to head north, and an hour or so from then, get back to Troll Skull Manor, where you are there.
On the way there, Cole will turn to Elona and be like, "You have shown so much restraint over the last couple days.
Mhm.
Are you all right?"
I'm fine. Jake's sick. He comes first.
Yes, but it's not good to keep that all pent up.
It'll be fixed once Jakey's better.
Okay, we both want that. I hope you know that, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get him home. Come on.
All right. So you guys do. You
Jakey.
You get back to the house, and he is like carrying him, like he's hot. He clearly has a fever, and you get him back to the manor and bring him up to his room and set him in bed. And he's sort of sweating. He like, even as you're carrying him over the shower, you recognize like there's a point where he's like sweating, and then he's shivering, and then sweating again and shivering. It's
Pulling
scary.
on the blanket, kicking off the blanket.
Yeah.
Cold sweats, baby. Oh,
I have something I need to do then.
Uh-oh. All right, so you get back to the manor and you get him up and you tuck him in his bed. And it's still late morning, like early after, it's not even lunchtime yet. Plenty of stuff left to do in the day. So you guys are done with those. So let's say that you guys are all here at the manor house together. In fact, you guys are getting back in and
would we
talking with Leaf
have
and
access to ice?
Ice?
Yeah. Since we have a bar, would we have access to ice?
You don't have ice, but there is
We could
certainly
get a cold cloth.
there is ice in Waterdeep, but it's probably not easy to find. You could certainly find it, but you guys probably don't keep it. I mean, ice is incredibly expensive. This is nowhere near an ice place. So
We'll just do a cold cloth.
Does anybody have Ray of Frost?
Just to your forehead.
Yes, yeah.
Just straight on my forehead, man. Just give it to me. Give it to me.
do it. If you guys are friendly with nobles probably have ice. Just saying.
I can make a trip to Jake's dad. He loves me.
He may not. Well, you don't know.
mean,
Sure, he's the
I
kind
can't
of
say
who.
anything, but I'm sure he would
Renaer-
prefer not to involve his dad into this right now.
Renair's the
Oh,
kind of
no.
noble who would keep ice, but Jake's dad, he's sort of more of a.
I was just asking if we had access to it.
Yeah, no, it's
If we
not
don't,
common.
then
Ice is very
that's
uncommon.
fine.
Yeah, ice is very,
That's fine.
very, very uncommon here in Waterdeep.
Once Elona tucks Jake in, she will not leave his room. She will sit on the floor in his room.
Oh,
She will not leave.
And Cole will go up to his little shrine and do a prayer to the Raven Queen.
all right. When you pray to the Raven Queen, you get a sense of calm, a sense of satisfaction with the partnership you have with the Raven Queen. I know that you have.
He wants to make sure that he didn't mess up the graveyard thing, and he also wants to ask again about helping Elona see the face of her mother, at least her face.
Yep. You get a sense of calm. Like I said, a sense of acceptance, a sense of so you feel like you have not disappointed the Raven Queen, that she is happy with the job that you've done. But you do not get anything further. You just get that sense.
I know it's out of the normal when I come and talk to you, but she really needs that. So, if you could, thank you.
Oh.
And that's it. And he'll just sit there contemplatively for about another half hour. And then when he goes down, he'll go check on Jake. And
Yeah, but you're feeling uplifted. You really do, like I said, you get this sort of sense. Again, this is kind of thing, right? The Raven Queen doesn't talk to you. Like, you don't have conversations.
yeah,
She
it's
doesn't,
just, it's just feelings.
But
or
sometimes,
images.
She just gives you that funny feeling in your pants.
Usually,
Butterflies.
the closer you get to communicating are when she sends you these dreams. But occasionally you will have, yes, these sort of emotions. It's almost like a dream, right? Like, his dreams are tightly tied to emotions. And a lot of times you'll remember the emotions of a dream more than you remember all the specific details of a dream, right? How you felt in a dream. And praying to her, you kind of leave and you kind of come out feeling like that. You feel like, yes, what you've done is good. But no comment on the other part.
It's fine.
All right. So you guys are all here in Troll Skull. Elona is locked up with Jake. Cole comes down to the common room, and Zavroski and Ordath are just getting in and sort of cleaning themselves off from the traveling across Waterdeep, and the on the bar a tray comes out and lands itself on the bar, and that's what you guys have come to recognize as, hey, what can I do for you?
We love Leaf.
I'll grab a bottle of wine from the bar as Leaf is taking care of Zavroski and Ardath, and he'll walk it upstairs and take it to Elona.
Before Cole gets up the stairs, he'll be like, "How did Zelafon go?"
Yeah. In fact, Cole, as you're going around the bar to grab a bottle, you sort of feel this force kind of push you, and you see the bottle that you wanted sort of come up. The bottle, like, it's an area that you're known to go to.
Yeah.
And this bottle actually comes up and sort of lands in the bar next to you, and you hear this, and the cork pops out, and the bottle
Leaf,
and
you are fantastic.
a glass gets put next to the bottle, and both get pushed close to you in the bar.
We should look into a way to like pay Leaf. We really should.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely
Ordothan goes
definitely
and
earns a
sits.
wage.
Ghost coins.
Goes
And
corner.
he'll
Sits like by himself in a corner of the bar.
No, Ordothan.
he'll head and go take care of the bottle and come back down while he asks about how Jake is doing.
All
I
right. So
mean, hasn't moved much. Not dead. I keep checking. Every like 20 seconds.
Not dead is better than the alternative.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And she'll like grab the bottle.
Yeah, it'll keep you at least partially distracted.
You want to do me a favor?
Fine.
Sure. What?
I'm worried more about him if he wakes up. Will you? And she's gonna pull out the rest of her gold, which is 17 gold pieces, at least in her own personal fund.
17
Hand it
whole
to Cole,
gold.
go, find something to knock him out in case he wakes back up. I'd rather him be sleeping and get through this than be up and suffer.
Okay. What was that potions specialist that you and Jake always go to?
He doesn't really. So he has a name, but we're like not on a name-to-name basis because he knows our names, but we don't.
Oh, that
know
guy.
He said it's
in
better
Troll Skull
to
Alley, there
not-
is
Okay.
No,
Do you
names.
There is
remember
the
how to
druid.
get to his shop?
there's the druid chick who lives in Troll
Secretly,
Skull.
his name is Bob.
Secretly,
Bob
his name is
Bobson?
Bob Bobson. I mean, I could go, but I don't.
No.
wanna leave him.
It's better if you stay here with him.
We also have the lady just across the street
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, she's
So
that
I gave
druid
you
chick
all of my
who.
gold. To go get something to knock Jake out on his ass if he wakes up and is still sick.
Sweet.
What's her
I
name?
will.
Fala
I'm not below
something?
drugging my best friend, so he sleeps through whatever the fuck he's going through.
Okay. Zav and Ardoth just got there. Should we tell them about what happened with Jake?
I don't want to decide what others know for Jake, if that makes sense.
Okay, so he's just sick then.
He's just sick.
Okay.
Fever dream. Yeah.
Whoosh, whoosh. I'm flying.
If you could send Ordath up here, though, he is a priest. He might be able to do something.
Sure.
Thank you.
And he'll
Definitely
Head
didn't
down.
just need Ordath for emotional support. Definitely not.
Fellow Lafalier. That's her name. That's what it was. The druid. Oh no, I didn't mean to close that window. Oh no.
Oh, we're all dying.
Oh, she's
Oh,
dead.
everybody dies.
He just deleted her from the campaign.
Gotta die by a fireball. That's what happens when Roy deletes people from campaigns.
No, I didn't. No,
That's
Ruth
the
is
truth
still.
behind Ruth.
I did not delete her. She's actually still there. She's
You
just a
did
red.
delete her from existence.
There is a charred outline of Ruth on the floor.
She is deleted.
I didn't delete her. Some random thug did.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. Oh shit, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, let's take could we do a short break? Let's take a quick break. Okay, so we are in Troll Skull Manor. Jake is sick, fevered, in his bed. Elona is trying to find medications or anything that will help him. The other three of you guys are going to be downstairs. We're going to close scene as the two of you are in the downstairs of Troll Skull Manor. I'm sorry, of the
Spirits of the Hydra.
Spirits of the Hydra. Sorry, Spirits of the Hydra, and Cole is coming downstairs with this handful of coins, like, and you see your friends like, and we'll close scene there. All right, we're gonna be back in just under 5 minutes, friends. Don't go away, or if you do go away, come back in 4 minutes, and we'll pick up from there. See you soon.
Just don't go away.
Or don't go away.
Always.
right.
Sometimes.
Always ready. Good thing because we are back live after the break. Awesome. All right, so we closed last scene. In fact, we closed that scene. We opened the next scene as Cold Voidfang comes down the stairs with a handful of coins, handful of dragons, in fact, into the scene as Zavroski and Ardath are just sort of kind of coming in and making themselves comfortable, putting coats up on a coat rack or whatever that looks like. And we'll open the scene there. I think a woo or a. Oh.
He'll make a beeline.
What's
for
the open? What's the
Ardath.
open scene sound? What does that look like?
Just a star. It's just a star wipe.
Icky! Oh, Icky's back! Oh man,
Hi, Icky.
Icky! I'm not gonna lie,
Ordoff
Icky.
is just sitting at the desk, his head in his hand, kind of like this, just staring at the bar top.
Oh, how did Zelafan go?
It- parts bad and parts good. Jake is not doing too hot. Ardath, would you be able to take a look at him?
Did you run into trouble?
Yeah.
No, it's just he feels like he has a fever and he passed out on the way home.
Ooh. Ardoff gets up and starts walking.
Wait, before you go,
hmm
Elona has been acting quite strange the last couple days. She's been tolerant and
Tolerant.
patient,
She's intolerant.
Very unlike.
very out of her wheelhouse.
Tolerant is the opposite of Elona.
I have not seen her in about 4 years or so.
You are the person that knows her the most after Jake. I mean, I've only known her for a few months now, so.
That is definitely something that seems like maybe it's a little out of her character.
From what I've known of her, it is very out of character. So I'm just letting you know so you are prepared for that.
Okay. I appreciate it. I will go up now and
Please see if you
see
can
what's
do
going on.
anything for Jake. He
Yes,
seems to be
definitely.
very uncomfortable.
If it's something like a cold or a sickness, something simple like that, it is well within my power to help him.
Well, he looks like he has a very bad fever, so.
Okay. I think I have something to help him.
I'm actually headed to our druid friend across the way to see if she has any medicines for him.
Oh, let me see. Do I need? And he grabs his component bag and he starts like sifting through it real quick.
Got a rock.
Yeah.
Have a
That's for
frog,
syphilis.
a couple lizards.
That's the clap. It's as if you pee blood.
Wow.
He had something for everything.
Damn, man!
guys.
Holy shit!
Why do you think he and Elona were friends while she was in the monastery?
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, no, actually, I think I'm pretty good on everything.
You okay there, Roy? Did I break you a little bit?
Oh my god! I was really close to spitting bourbon on everything I own right now. Holy
You're
shit!
welcome.
Woo! Sorry.
I will go do that. Good luck with up there. Yes.
Thank you, and good luck to you too.
Yes. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but
I'll join
it'll
you,
work out.
Cole. We can see what we can find.
All right.
Say a fever.
Sorry, before you go, I still don't know my way around here. So
Up
where?
to the top floor. His room is in the attic.
Oh, okay. All right, I think I can find that.
It's
So-
the only room up there, so you're good.
So he starts heading up the stairs.
All right.
And they
So-
cry with each step.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say the telltale.
Talking to Ornan's coming up. Or Ornan, God help me.
Orden, wow. As if Ardolph and Orin just do the fusion dance.
Can you tell me about these runes? Sorry.
Got a good
Quick
question for you. All right. Let's see. I think the shorter scene is going to be Ordath. So Ordath, as you go up, you head up all the stairs. You kind of pause, and it turns out you just keep going upstairs. And at the top of all the stairs, there's just a small room, a small landing area. And in that room, as you open the door, you see Elona sort of standing there. She's got a bottle of wine that is X amount still full.
Not drank at all.
And
Now I'm worried.
Not drank
yeah.
at all.
And
that's wow.
and Jake is in the bed, and he's currently sort of shivering.
But then fever dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually,
Every once in a while, just punches Alone in the face.
well, he does. Like you see his arms are kind of like, as he's like
In the butterfly.
it looks like he's like sleeping and imagining he's or something. It's really weird. But Elona is there, sort of with this bottle of wine, and then you would expect to see it empty, but it's actually sort of just only maybe touched at, just partly drunk. As she sits there, clearly nervously focused on her friend.
Remember the original Ninja Turtles movie when Leo's looking after Raph?
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Well, the alcohol thing isn't really gonna like trigger any alarms because he knew her before alcohol. So he's not the bottle really isn't even gonna register. He's gonna think that's just what Jake keeps in his room normally. So he's gonna walk over to Elona, put his hand on her shoulder, and he's everything okay?
No.
Cole told me a little bit about him being sick or having a fever.
He's really just a dumbass. So if you could help him, please.
Yeah, I think I can do something. And he'll just he'll put his hand he's got a big ass hand, so
You're right.
it's like he's gonna put it right. He's gonna palm him and suffocate it. No, Shh, you can't suffer now.
Sleep.
He takes a pillow,
He's gonna put his
puts
hand
on his
here,
face, and
then close his eyes, mumble something, and his hand starts to glow, and he'll cast Cure Wounds on Jake.
all right. You cast Cure Wounds. Make me a medicine check as well.
Yes, sir.
Or a what's the current equivalent? Is there a medicine check? Is there a
Yes, medicine.
Oh, I got it right, man. It's the hard part of
Nailing
having played
this DM thing.
the hard part of having played through every version of D&D is that I've got all those past versions in my brain. So like sometimes I'm like, yeah, make me this check, and it's like, oh no, that was a 4 version or a whatever. Sorry.
That was 3.5 when they had every
Bam,
state.
21.
Yeah. All right.
Will reflex save.
So
Baby.
you put your hand on his head and you cast Cure Light Wounds, and it has no effect. And you sort of like take a look at him, and as you realize that has no effect on him, you realize he's not wounded, he's not damaged, he's not wounded. He is shivering, and he feels hot to the touch, as if he has some fever. But this is no, with this incredible check you had, this is no natural thing. This is no thing you've in fact ever seen. There are different things. People have different symptoms, different maladies that affect them. This is something where his body is reacting from a thing. And as you sort of analyze him a little bit, you realize that the thing that is infecting him is in his hand. It's this scar that is hot, like almost damagingly hot to the touch in his hand, seems to be sort of the essence of everything that is like it's racking his body, and his body is just trying to rally and trying to fight this invasive force. But that is the source of his problem. His hand, that silver line, that silver scar in his hand is clearly the problem.
Okay, so he's gonna like check him over, check his chest, his arms, his neck, his face, and finally get to his hand and touch it. And
Yeah. No, it's like you can't hold your finger. Like if you hold your finger, like it will burn
it
you.
just like touched it real quick.
Yeah.
Oh. Elona, was he recently attacked by something or
It's his own fucking stupidity.
Well, whatever is affecting him is coming from this unnatural scar in his hand. I've tried to heal him, but my spells do nothing because he is not sick.
Yeah, he's
he
not
is
wounded.
Not naturally sick. He is not. There is no. It is difficult to explain. It is nothing. Maybe a higher priest could do something, but from what I have available and the skills that I have, I can only heal things that occur from nature, or wounds, anything like that.
As he's talking, Elona is going to just grab him in a hug and start bawling.
And he's gonna do that thing where he's got one hand on her back, and then he's gonna put the other hand on her head and just hold it to his chest.
Elona's sad. Elona's sad.
I do not want to pry about what is going on, but nothing has changed over this time. If you still need someone
Don't do that to me, Orda.
I am here for you.
Don't do that to me, Orda. Not now.
So.
She's just going to.
I'm not crying.
She's going to just silently cry into his chest for a little bit, and then pull herself away, wipe the fucking tears from her eyes. I just promise me he's not gonna die.
I'll make that promise.
He looks down at him.
So you
even
know,
if it's
Ordaf,
a lie, please.
You're not sure. You're not sure because you don't know what the fuck is going on right now. You think, suspecting on your skill that this thing in his hand that's affecting him may very well actually kill him. Just FYI.
So he looks down at Jake, stares at him for a minute, looks back at her, and he's like, I would never lie to you.
That's when you usually say that, you say something bad after
me. I will never lie to you. This may kill him, but I promise you, Elona, I will do whatever I can to prevent that. And if it does take him, so help me Cord, I will bring him back to you. Do you understand me?
Did anybody else just get goosebumps?
Down at Jake.
Goosebumps. Goddamn.
Oh my god. I have goosebumps. I actually have goosebumps.
Forgive me, my fails.
And
this is
you
why
just
we
give
brought
inspiration to bees.
This is why we brought bees
Comfort
on
cleric.
the crew, by the way. This is why.
Ordaf the comfort cleric.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Wait, what's that? Holy shit. Damn, bees.
Getting them.
Damn.
And
Right to the feels.
it's okay. I'm about to make it so much worse.
Oh good. Oh good. Oh yeah. Great.
I'm about to make it so much worse.
Oh good.
Elona's-
Punches him in the dick and runs off.
and then runs over. You don't know my life. No, she's gonna. I know you wouldn't lie to me, and she's going to grab from her bag a small, dried, pressed flower that Ordath would recognize immediately.
She's held on to it all this time.
And hand
All
it
this
to him.
time.
He's not gonna take it.
Fair.
He's gonna push her hand back to her, and he's gonna pull his cloak down to reveal on a little necklace there is the ring that she threw at him. And he's gonna be like, "It's okay. I have my own reminder."
Oh my god.
and he's just gonna he's going to turn away to walk away, and he's gonna say, I'm just going to get some rags or towels and water, and I will be right back.
And Alona's gonna go back to checking on Jake.
And he will walk like halfway down the stairs, have a mini fucking panic attack, and
Dad.
he was just
Oh, Dad.
and then just walk down the stairs and look for rags and a bucket to put water and stuff in.
Wow. All right. Wow. Okay.
My best friend.
All right.
My best friend helping my best friend. It's so cute.
All right. Speaking of my best friend, on just a little on the other side of the alley of well, this is Troll Skull Alley. There is the druid who lives on there, and it's Fala.
He was the one that was angry about the paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, this is the wait. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to the druid or to the paper guy.
Yeah, the druid, right? She was the one that was angry, right?
Oh yes,
Father,
angry about
right?
that. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, Fala. What the hell? Hang on. F A B C D E F G. Fala Lefalier.
The alphabet.
It's hard, man. Look, this
Falafelier.
Fala.
Saying that as he goes through his
Fala
Rolodex.
Lefalier.
His
It
Rolodex
is.
of NPCs that he has to kill. He still has yet to kill.
Yeah.
Like Bob 1, Bob 2, Bob 3.
Bob 3.
No, the Bobs are
Bob
saved.
Boberson.
Well, that's why I like
Bobs
Bob
are
because like,
saved.
oh, Bob, yeah, Bob. You know, Fala Lefalier. Yeah, she is the wood elf. She's got the long braided hair. She is on the eastern side of Troll Skull Alley. She's got that big 2-story building. In fact, she was one of the ones you talked to, who saw the what's his name? The Nibblewright search the body and then leave and head off to the east, like out the alley and then head off to the east. So yeah, she is, and she's been friendly with you guys, and she was happy with you guys. You guys, she was once not long ago staging a protest outside of the page turner because he was using this paper from a tree that was endangered, and she didn't like that. So she was like staging this protest, and you guys were able to manage
Lorax.
all of that. But you know that she is a druid, and she does have a host of herbal remedies that could be there. So you guys are heading over there to talk to her, try to find something to help Fox to sleep.
To knock him out.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Herbal remedies.
All right. So you guys head down there and you ring her bell shop, and she I'm sorry. Fala comes down, and the door opens, and she's very what's the word? Damn it. What's the
Please,
word
not
when you
another
can't tell
pressure
if
one.
someone is a man or
He's
a
not
girl?
broken.
It's what's it?
Androgynous.
Thank you, Jesus. This is my day has been. Thank you. This androgynous wood elf opens the door, and Fala says, "Hello, neighbors." Or
Yes. How have you been?
oh well, I am fine. Business is good. Things are good. How have you been?
Better. A friend of ours is quite ill. We were looking for something that would ease their pain while they slept.
You said something about a fever cold, right?
Yes. Well, come in. Neighbors must come in. Must come in. And so her whole bottom floor is a shop, and it's a shop that's got potions, herbs, all this stuff all over the place. And she is like, yes, no, I have potions of healing available. They're well priced, and if you
it would not be for healing. He is not physically wounded. He's just ill and in pain. Is there any way we could like put him to sleep for an indefinite amount of time until this passed over?
an indefinite amount of time. Well,
Yes. How long do we need to knock him off for?
I can certainly
a few days.
I can certainly make a
Like a sedative?
yes, I can make that, but it's nothing that will put someone out for an indeterminate amount of time. Like you would have to keep administering the same thing over and over and over.
How much would it be to have someone asleep and comfortable for 3 days?
3 days. Ah, yes. Well, but you are a neighbor.
Finna knock Jake out for forever.
Yes, but there are not. Let me see. And she let me check my stock. And she goes back and she's like, okay, yes, I have plenty of this. I'm just a little short on. I can make a tincture, and this is something that you can feed this person, and it would have to be twice a day. It will knock this person out for 12 hours. 12 hours of guaranteed sleep. It is, well, you would probably call it a poison, to be honest with you. However, we can.
Will it
we can
harm him
so that he can.
No. This is a sleep
simply
poison.
not-
We won't call it a poison then. We will call it a draft, a sleep draft, if you would. And if you can get the person to drink this sleep draft, then they will be asleep, unable to be woken for 12 hours.
By any means, or
By any means. This is, if you want them to sleep, they will sleep.
Probably a bad idea.
Maybe I'm regretting everything I've just decided to do.
Well, you're ready. You set it in motion, all right?
I
So
know.
if you want 3 days of this, that would be 6 uses of this tincture.
Yes.
But
Do you
I
have
feel like interrupting
enough
and saying that
supplies?
Cole's not dumb.
What?
Like Cole would know Jake needs his strength to get through this. You don't want to weaken him,
Just want to put you to sleep.
Well,
but be careful how you do so.
That,
yes. This
well,
is
I'm listening.
yes. So I can give you this, but this will put someone. So we'll put someone unconscious for 12 hours, for half a day.
Will this lower their natural defenses, or it will just put them to sleep?
I do not know, but I know that they will sleep if you give them this. Each of these 12-hour things, 3 days worth, that would be 6 doses of this tincture. But you are neighbors, so let's call it 5 dragons per dose. It would be 30 dragons for 3 days worth.
Zavroski, you have any?
You think he needs this? I haven't seen him yet.
He's quite bad. He's.
Well, do you not think Ardath can help?
I think it might be beyond Ardath's abilities. He's hot to the touch, and not in a normal fever way. Like he will actually burn you.
Was he cursed or something?
It is not my place to say.
If it can help,
Bad
Can't give you much
ideas.
more information.
Yes, I agree that that's a tough place to be.
If it's too hot to touch him, it sounds almost like and Ardath cannot help. It sounds like some kind of magical curse or something.
It is definitely related to magic and power, but more than that, I cannot divulge.
Well, we could. How long would it take you to mix up the tincture?
oh, this is short work. In fact, if I may, it seems that there is some things you two need to discuss, and that is fine. If you would like to do this one day at a time, I am simply across the alley. I could give you 1 day's supply, and then you can come back for more if you need it.
Yes. Why don't we just buy
That would be lovely.
2 doses? And
Yes.
Yes, that is very well done. Well done. So how are things? I know there was the explosion. Did you ever track down that Nibblewright that I saw? Did you ever find that?
we
Creature?
found a bit more information on that, but
Yes. What did you find? She's like,
haven't
oh,
gotten
she's
far
like,
enough
like,
yet.
what did you find?
The case is still ongoing.
What case?
But
You're
we
on the
have new
case, or
information.
are you on the case, or is the city watch on the case?
Both. actually, but
Well-
we're probably going to get more information than them, honestly.
I have no doubt. The City Watch, they are good and well-intentioned, but they're not the fastest
That
response
does
team.
remind me.
What have you found? What have you
We
found?
haven't seen Barnabas in a while, have we, Cole? We should follow up on that later.
No, yes, it's definitely someone we should speak to, but
Yes.
at this point, I believe we are probably much further than they are.
Could be. Much further where? What do you know? Tell me. What have you found?
Nosy. Jesus.
We found the family that the Nimble Right is attached to, but
You
that
did?
is
Which family? Which
that
family?
is as far as I will tell you, man.
Tell me which family. You have to tell
cannot.
me. She's like, oh,
I
come on.
cannot.
You can't leave me hanging.
Just a bits. Oh, but the bits of the story just make you more anxious for the
Oh,
rest.
you're killing me. Come on. I can't wait a whole week for the next episode to be released. Tell me tell me who's been there. Tell me.
I cannot.
When will you be able to? Tell me. I must know.
It is
Once
a
we
spicy
figure out the
story.
entire situation,
I
we
helped
will
you
come and tell
giving you
the
the
story.
information from the Nimble Right. Come on. You owe me
Yes.
a...
Once we
Yeah.
figure out the entire story, we will come and tell you.
Yeah,
By
we
that
don't
time,
want to
the whole
spread
city
too
will
many
know it.
rumors at this point.
All right.
If we're not correct,
Look, I'll tell you what.
you know how spiteful people that can own nimble rights could be. We don't want to make ourselves the target as well.
It's easy. Look, I'll keep this to myself. I'll tell you what. I'll give you the tincture for free if you tell me the family involved with the Nimble Right.
Cole will put the 10 dragons on the counter.
There you go, Cole.
Thank you. Your help is greatly appreciated.
She looks down. She's like, fine. She like honestly sulks. She's like, fine. And she
It was a good try. It was a good try.
fine. You know, look. It's
In
not,
due time, you will know. In due time.
I would like to know before everyone else knows, though. Tell me first. Will you?
You will be the first
Who is
one.
he, bitch?
You are my favorite. You are my
Hey,
favorite.
hey, there's no stories in this world.
Thank you. Hey, what happens in Fala's shop stays in Fala's shop. In case you're curious, so it's okay. We're okay.
She's Vegas.
If
Very
Yeah.
Vegas.
if this tincture works as we think and want it to, we will be back tomorrow.
All right. So she gives you a tincture, and basically this is 2 doses of sleeping poison. Anyone who drinks this potion must make a DC 15 Constitution check or be asleep for 12 hours. That's the basics of what she gives you.
Okay. And we head back and up to the room.
Oh, they did the you have okay. All right. So you guys head back back to the so it's around probably lunchtime by now. Like the day is dragging on. Probably around lunchtime. Anybody have anything interesting to do today?
Has it been enough days that I'm supposed to be going back for a lesson yet?
Oh, it might be.
Wait.
Likely
Let's see.
it
Let me
is.
check.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Did you miss a lesson?
No.
You know, you go 3 times every 10 days. So either today or tomorrow is. I'll leave that up to you.
It'll
Depending
be
on the.
the next day.
Okay.
Zavroski needs to talk to the group about, or at least the people in the group that might respond in a
The
non-terrible
non-unconscious
way,
group.
which is potentially only Jake. But
All right. Are you guys feeding Jake this sleeping potion?
I'm going to talk to Ardath and
yeah.
Elona about it first.
All right.
Yeah. They're still in Jake's room, I assume. If,
Yeah,
or
at
if
this
he has
point.
returned.
Yeah. I grabbed some random cloths and I came up and with a little bucket of water and
Yeah.
started just like doing that thing where you wrap it into like a little bandage kind of thing and then put it on his head.
Sure.
And I've been just changing that out consistently.
Yeah. Like I said,
Elona's
Ordath,
been,
you're expert in healing
You'll
people.
hear.
And
You'll
you
hear
realize-
Cole just gently tap on the door.
Yeah.
We're not dressed.
Yeah,
Not
no, Ordath, you
decent.
realize that this is not like a wounded person or a sick. Like this is something that you have never dealt with in all your travels and all your experiences. This is something very different.
Yeah, so he's just trying basic first aid to keep
Sure,
him.
he's
Yep. In
mainly
fact,
doing it also for Elona's sake.
as best you
Steam
can tell,
coming off of the
Ordath,
wet rag.
as best you can tell, Ordath, the best thing you could do for Jake would be to cut off his left hand.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna give it maybe another couple hours, and if nothing's changed or improved at all, then I'm gonna have to take Elona to the side and talk.
Yeah, have that conversation with Elona. It'll go
Yep.
great.
But before
It'll go
that,
great.
yeah, the knock on the door.
Yeah.
I'm back from the herbalist. I have some concerns about what she gave me.
What is it?
It's something that will definitely put him to sleep for 12 hours at a time.
Perfect.
But you can't wake him up.
But
at
he
all.
will not be able to be woken up that entire 12 hours.
Less than perfect.
Mhm.
And she also kind of referred to it as a poison?
Yes. A poison, but no, maybe a tincture or
A
drop.
tincture.
Yes,
Tincture.
you know.
She called it a tincture.
Assured us the only thing that it does is put people to sleep.
I don't want to poison Jakey though.
This is why I'm concerned about it. Because with that type of title, it could lower his defenses already more than they are.
What have you found, Audrey?
From everything I've seen so far, it is not natural. It is very aggressive, and nothing I have at my disposal can do anything to fix it.
By the way,
I am just trying. Oh,
I'm sorry. As they're talking, and you guys keep talking. I'm sorry. As they're talking, Jake, you are lucid in this, so you hear all of this discussion in your room.
oh.
Alona's gonna pull out the potion of vitality that she bought. We could try this. Because I'm looking at the description of it, and I don't, because it's a dragon blood, so it's probably not going to do anything. But in Alona's head, when you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you for the next 24 hours, and then it just deals with hit points. In Alona's mind, that seems like it would help.
Yeah,
Also,
sure.
I saw the cost, and we got it for a fucking steal.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
No,
The
you-
minimum is 5,000 gold.
So a cleric would be able to recognize, as you say, Ordoth, you've examined him, and this is not something that is treatable or curable by any means you've ever seen. This is something different. This is like a willing, it's outside the scope of everything you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I also don't want to keep you guys from doing important things. Like if you want to go keep trying to figure stuff out, like with the fireball, I'm gonna stay here, but I don't want to keep you guys from doing anything important.
Do you know how this happened? It seems like he's been magically cursed or something.
He's just a dumbass is all I can. I don't want to say things for him because I don't want him to get mad at me.
Elona, at this point, it might be better if they knew.
It's okay. I'll tell them. Zavroski, I made
Good morning.
Zayas.
You guys thought he was
Morning.
out.
How long have I been out?
You guys thought Jake was out, and he just
Yeah.
sits up and he's like,
Jesus Christ, Jakey!
That was not creepy?
Not terrifying
least.
at all.
I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a little bit better. I've been up for a little bit, and hearing you guys talking about giving me some poison or some shit like that. Like, I'll be fine, guys. I just gotta ride this one out. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine.
In fact, currently his skin is cool to the touch, and he seems perfectly fine, actually.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Just like he sits up, he's
That
like,
scares me a
"Whoa!"
lot.
And he's like, "Yeah, he's a
I'm
little
the
pale."
greatest fucking cleric alive.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
Yeah, He sits up and he's like, he's still a little pale, but like he's normalized. He's not sweating. He's like fine suddenly.
For the moment.
For the moment, yes.
Yeah.
Still feeling a little bit weak, but it's okay. I feel like everybody should know. I made a pact with Zelefarn, and I made a blood pact, and it's just the initial effects are just. I didn't expect these side effects. It's all in that book that you lent me, Zavroski.
Would I have heard anything
Alona's leaving.
about
Alona's
that?
leaving the room. Alona has left the room.
Oh,
Alona
shit.
is gone.
Well,
He's
he
gonna
borrowed it
turn-
from Zavroski's library. He didn't.
That doesn't matter. You said Zavroski. You said
Yeah.
book, and you said blood pact. Alona's
Technically,
gone.
technically Zavroski's book.
No,
Outside the
Alona's
room,
gone. Alona has
you guys
left.
hear the
She's in her room
crashing.
now, and you hear some loud crashes.
You hear the
from
crashing of fists against wood.
Colo, listen down, hear the crashing, like, there's the Elona.
Ah.
Do you want to make sure she doesn't destroy all the books, Cole? Or Ordath, one of you?
Can I check Jake
Draft
one
both
like
of
real
them to
quick?
go.
Yeah. So still, yeah. Again, you passed a huge medicine check.
Ordath
Jake?
and Cole do the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You,
Jake.
me, you, me, you.
I guess if she's in as big of a rage as she seems to be, maybe me, because I can take more hits.
Yeah, I can only take one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ordath, Jake seems fine to you. Like he's largely asymptomatic. You recognize he had a fever just a couple of hours ago. He had a fever. He was trembling from the fever and such. And you came back here, and now he's here, and you talk, and he pops up, and he's fine. Like he is fine. This is
I wanna touch his
not
hand.
Still hot.
normal.
Yeah.
To the touch.
That's what I'm saying.
yes,
I want to touch
absolutely.
his hand.
Oh no, his hand is absolutely hot, and still the skin around his that scar is red and inflamed, but his body seems fine. Jake seems fine. He seems to rapidly go from I'm fine to I'm about to die. It's nothing like you've seen anything before.
So he's gonna look at Jake and he's gonna say, "Jake, do me a favor. Take a cloth and keep putting it over your hand. Even if you feel great, try and keep the temperature down." Can you do that for me?
Definitely. I mean, it's overheating anyway, so that should help. But
So, which book was
No,
it?
to you, Jake.
I mean, I have a lot in the collection, but
you'll find it, and he'll mention the shelf that he put it back on. It's called the Ancient and Secret Powers of the Weave. It's
That's
you'll
a
find
book
it
that you
in
got from what's her
chapter.
name? You got that from the what was her name?
The librarian.
The crazy book lady. The one
With
where
the
we had to
cat.
fight the
With the cat,
yeah,
Yes,
with the cat.
the crazy book lady. Yes. You got that from the crazy book lady. So you've added
Yeah,
it to your
that's-
library, but she gave it to you. So
that's not actually my book, and I think you just made Elona hate me even more.
I'm not
but
really
Lona's not here to hear this.
consciousness right now, but
You.
all I know is I put it
Gonna-
back in your library once I was done because I didn't need it anymore. I felt that was the place for it. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but if you want more information, you'll find it in the 6th chapter of that book where it deals with draconic sorcerers.
Right.
Ordoff is
built-
gonna stand up and look at them like a pray for me kind of look, and then start heading down to the source of the noise.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to go down far. So you go down one flight of stairs, and Elona, where are you, Elona?
I'm in my room.
Your room. All right. You inside this door, you hear the sounds of a person boxing with
A brick wall.
their
The
wall.
wall.
Yeah. Yeah. And you hear this like
Sure, I hear a couple colorful
flesh-
words as well.
Oh yeah, of course. It's
Oh no. Well, you tell me. You tell me.
Deleted, expletive deleted.
Yeah.
Something Twitch chat would automatically delete.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find
All right,
all
so
of you
he's-
little expletive deleted.
He's gonna knock on the door.
The shit out of her wall. She's not gonna answer.
He's gonna try the handle.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's definitely
You
locked.
peek open the door.
It is locked.
It's locked.
It's
Oh.
locked. Alona
Oh.
has locked her door.
Elona, open the door.
Crumble, 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 unlock, crumble, crumble, bam!
He's gonna open the door and peek in. Sword. Are you okay?
Does it look like I'm fucking okay? Bam.
She's punching bricks. Like, just so we're clear, she's punching
She's
bricks.
bleeding. Her knuckles
Yeah.
are bleeding. Yeah.
But
It's
the
not
bricks
a
are taking a
pretty
beating too. Like, she's gonna fucking get through these bricks. I assure you, she's gonna
Yeah.
fucking
sight.
punch her way.
I'm just making a new window. It's fine.
So he's gonna walk in, close the door behind him, and so
Don't make me hit
you-
you.
you know I'm used to you hitting me.
Yeah, I don't want to hit you. Don't make me fucking hit you.
Will it make you feel better?
No, it won't make me feel better.
Then why would you hit me?
I don't know.
Exactly. So what is going on? What sent you off in this very Elona spiral? Okay. Great. It's good to see some things haven't changed.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just really upset because I don't want fucking Jakey to die because I've already lost my mom and I figured out how my mom fucking died. And now that I know that Zavroski is the reason that he has that fucking book that you made that goddamn pact with a fucking dragon, I want to kill Zavroski, but I know I can't because then I'll make Jakey upset and I'm really pissed off.
Hair blew back.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So
Okay.
The
Holy
proper way to
shit.
deal with a pissed off woman.
Holy shit.
so
Damn.
first off, the thing about your mother, I am sorry. We can talk about that in a minute. Right now, we need to
Therapy or death.
figure out the thing that is very pressing right now, which is Jake. Jake and whatever happened to him with this dragon.
He's a fucking dumbass, and I should have been with him because then I could have kept him from doing something dumb. But every time I fucking leave him, I'm a failure, and I leave him alone, and then he does something dumb, and he's gonna die.
Damn it, Elona.
I'm gonna go to my bed, and I'm gonna grab a single container of Wish, and I'm gonna take it
What
straight in
is
front
that?
of Ordath.
What is that? He's
Like,
gonna
that's how you
raise
do
an
it.
eyebrow.
You actually break the capsule. You run on your finger, and you, and you're like, and you feel it. You feel the happiness. You feel all of your cares sort of disintegrated around you, and you feel this sort of well of happiness. And you're like, oh, you know what? Yes, yes, I get all that, but it's not really that bad.
Everything's fine.
It's not really that bad.
Great.
You know? Yeah, it's good.
Sorry.
And
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What good?
Ordoth's gonna leave.
Oh
And
no, I
slam the
made
door
him.
behind him.
I made him disappointed in me too.
not right now. You're not right now. You're
I'm
like,
fine. Yeah,
oh,
no,
good.
I'm Gucci now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's like, oh, he's mad.
Yep.
No.
And
Fine, what a
back to my
shame.
wall or whatever I was doing. Like, this is just the best time of my life. The best.
No, I'm not gonna punch the wall. I'm gonna chill in my bed now.
Yeah.
Like we Gucci.
Oh yeah.
We high off
Yeah.
our ass.
Later you'll realize this or remember this, but let's
Or
see.
that will remember this.
Oh yeah.
That just popped up. Bloop. So Ordath's gonna walk back upstairs. The stairs crying a little more. Yeah. And he is going to stop before he enters Jake's room, take a deep breath, calm himself, and then go back into the room and check out everyone and see how Jake's doing, see what's going on in that room.
So Jake is currently sitting up. It's like, dude, what's the big deal? Like, I'm fine. Jake, you are fine. You are. There's no fever.
Actually, better
There's no
than fine.
nothing.
I'm feeling like 1,000 dragons right now.
You are feeling pretty strong right now. Yes.
I'm good 100.
So, did you not want to discuss this with anybody else? Like, I could have discussed with you about making a pact with a dragon.
I feel
That's
like
very interesting.
I feel like you guys would have tried to talk me out of it. Like you've tried to talk me out of doing dumb shit. I realized it was not a smart decision, but according to the book, everything should be fine, and I should have the powers of a dragon when it's all said and done.
Oh,
And what's
there's
more powerful than
many
a dragon?
stories about dragon-powered sorcery that I've heard in my days, like in plays.
Well, see, you
So
know
I
that
can
it
see
could
how
be
it's
fine,
enticing,
then.
of course. Yes. I
So you
wouldn't
know that it could be
necessarily
fine.
say you shouldn't do it as long as you're prepared.
I don't know that I prepared that well. I wasn't ready for what happened. I
Which
didn't
is
know
why I'm
the
asking
side
why you
effects.
didn't talk to any of us.
I don't know. Okay, I don't think things through all the time. I just needed the power. I just know that I needed to get stronger. And if I'm stronger, then I'll be able to protect us from the next fireball that goes off in front of our tavern, or worse yet, inside of it.
Well, let's
So
hope
what
your
else?
current
Oh,
We
condition
keep
stays.
finding more and more trouble. And with that trouble, we're going to need more
God
power.
damn it, not the
Let's-
trouble talk.
Trouble.
Trouble,
I
trouble,
love
trouble,
it.
trouble.
The trouble talk.
Trouble seems to find us everywhere we go. Have you not noticed that?
Speaking of
Every time Jake starts to get into the trouble conversation, it just fades to black and goes somewhere else.
Yeah, and then it comes back.
Then
It's
it
the
comes
same
back and
conversation
he's
every
finishing
time.
his trouble
And
talk.
then another trouble.
All that trouble.
Speaking of trouble, we seem to have more benefactors or allies, if you will, in this great game. The Castellanters are also interested in hiring our services. I was approached by Lady Castellanter.
You might want to keep. Oh, Cole's in the room, isn't he?
That frigid
Yeah.
bitch.
I don't know. I don't know how badly I want to work with the Castellanters either. They don't exactly like. They have a
What
reputation, but it's not, in my opinion, a good one.
what did she tell you?
Well, she wants the money to help her cursed offspring.
Why do we care about her cursed offspring again?
Cursed offspring. How are they
some
cursed?
people in the city have sold the souls of her children to devils.
I missed the part where that's our problem, though, and why we would need to put up any dragons that we found. Like Mert already wants a piece of this, and
Right.
now you're saying the Castellanters know about the money that we could potentially find.
She also said that she has other people searching for it, so it's a bit of a heads up as well.
I mean,
Well, that's good.
Do we want to
That's good.
use any of her family's resources to look into anything?
hey, anything that we take from her, she will want to take from us tenfold.
That's my feeling on it as well. I agree with Cole here. Like, I'm sure the resources would be great, but would they be worth the price in the end?
She
We
did say that she would only want us to keep 10% because she needs to pay just shy of 1 million dragons to remove the curse from her children.
So wait, we take all the risks, we put everything out there, and
we get nothing.
well, I mean, 10% is not nothing.
10%
I mean,
of
of-
500,000
of-
but
dragons.
still, it's a lot of dragons to
Of
give
the
up.
entire horde, that's comparatively nothing.
I mean,
I'm just saying if we
It is definitely something to think about, but
right.
as Jake has said, we already have Mert to worry about.
Yes.
but
How much should I give her to not be seen
what if
as a
we
complete
used her?
fool in front of her?
How
She knows that
so?
we are not idiots and would be able to do something to learn more about this. So I should give her some tidbits that we've actually gotten.
What if we
Some
used
Hobos.
her for her information and then didn't pay up?
You would like to have an enemy of the Castle Lanterns. I know we'll be rich, but
We'll be richer than the Castellanters ever were. We'll be more powerful than the Castellanters ever were.
And they won't have any children to continue their line.
That's true. Cole makes other valid points.
Oh, oh, oh. Hold on.
Time
With
the
his-
fuck out real fast.
I think we found the cure. As long as Cole is that goddamn cold,
Oh my
he'll
God,
never have a
damn.
fever again.
Holy!
What's
I
that-
just
is
want
that mean-
everyone to know Elona would agree, but Anna feels
Can I
morally
pay to
wrong.
take away inspiration?
Wow. Wow, Cole.
I had to say that in Cole's voice, but that was more a Hector joke.
Damn, that's harsh.
Holy shit! Can
Oh
I pay
my
to take away inspiration? Is what Icky asked.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
You know
thank
you laughed,
Icky.
Icky.
Thank you. No, that was terrible. Oh, my God.
We
In
all
the
laughed.
middle of this, Ordolph walks over, grabs Jake by the shirt, and lifts him out of bed to
Oh, no.
look
Whoa.
him in the eyes.
Oh no!
Whoa, what's up, big
okay,
guy?
Oh, no.
okay.
hey,
How
calm down, big friend.
long has she done it?
Oh no! Dad's angry.
I'm not. Oh, what, done what? What are you talking about?
The
Hold on.
wish.
Hold on. We had to take a short break.
Oh, that's where we're gonna stop.
At this point, there's a short break. Hold on. This is fantastic. But
Oh, he has literally just lifted him out of bed.
this
looked
giant.
him in the eye.
How tall are you, Ordeth?
I am 9'1".
9'1".
You've been lifted by
9'1"
Elona before, but not by
Colossus
that.
grabs. He walks in and he's like, "Oh, he's gonna come help." Okay, clearly, and he grabs Jake by the collar and he pulls him all the way up. How long has she done it? And we're gonna come back to that right after this break.
God.
5 minutes. Come back. Holy shit. We'll see where this goes.
Woo!
BRB.
This is a fun episode.
And we're back. Oh, baby.
Backstreet's back.
All right.
Streets back. All right.
Oh, man. That's so good, Fox.
Everybody.
We should record that
Yeah.
and have that as our intro coming back thing.
Oh my god.
That'd be the best. All right. So we're still in Jake's room, I guess, right? We're in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake is dangling in the air.
He's
There's
used
about
to that.
4
That's
feet of
nothing new.
space
Yeah, he
between
does it.
It's a little
Elona does
higher
it.
this
More.
time, but
It's about 3 feet higher.
So
He is staring, waiting for an answer.
how long she done what? Smash stuff in her room? She does it all the time.
Drugs.
Oh, the wish. No, she doesn't even have that anymore. Did I have that right? Where is it? I had the stash. She doesn't have, she didn't have it.
She literally just did it in front of me.
Dude, she's been doing that since the monastery. You didn't know about it?
No. And he'll
She's
just
been-
he kind of look away and down as he says that. Just like he's just torn. He's partially there, partially not there.
I didn't even know about it till recently. We were kind of all came after she came back to town from the monastery. Like it took us a little while to figure it out, but we all realized it fairly quickly.
She kind of
Anytime
snuck
she got in
off
trouble.
anytime she got too many hits. She would sneak off to a corner for a minute.
and disappear and come back quite cheery. It's not very hard to notice, but
She wasn't that stealthy about.
she did say that it started back in the monastery.
I thought I had her stash. I'm honest with you. Like I thought I
Yeah,
had.
this is
not here
this is
anymore.
news to us. She had given all of her stash to Jake.
He's gonna
Can you arrest me down here, big guy? Because
Yeah,
it's a
please.
little. I'm getting a little.
Lower.
The oxygen's a little thin up here.
He's gonna lower Jake, put him back on the bed, and walk out. And he's gonna head downstairs to the bar. And
Drink.
no, he's gonna
Oh.
stop, stare at the bar for a second, and then just leave out the tavern.
Aw,
Yeah, when you get down to
shit.
the bar, you see this sort of this plate sort of floats over and lands in front of you, as if asking, "What would you like?"
Yeah, that's how he stops, looks at that, and then just keeps going.
Oops.
Should somebody go
Oh,
after
actually,
him?
before he does that, when that plate comes and sets
Mm-mm.
down,
Mm-mm.
oh yeah,
Mm-mm.
he's gonna stop, look at the plate,
Don't do what I think you're about to do.
look back up upstairs, take off the necklace,
Motherfucker!
and place the ring on that plate and walk out. And that was it. You will never see him again. Peace. No,
Back!
All
Welcome
right.
to Beast
Back-
cameo.
Well, thanks, Bees. Thanks for being in the game for that minute.
Should we go?
I feel
after
like
him?
somebody should go after him or something.
Wow.
Okay, I'll see if I can catch up to him.
I would, but I'm a little tired.
No, you stay here. Zav, keep an eye
Wow.
on him. Make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that book and see if there's any more.
Zap's gonna be like, I'm gonna go reread this book because Jake is wrong.
Yeah.
On my way down, did I see him do the ring thing?
Sure,
or
sure.
Do I just see him leaving the door?
You tell me. So Zav is headed to the library. Cole is headed downstairs. Elona, where are you right now?
In my room. I'm not high off my ass. I'm having a great
You
time.
just all right. Are you gonna wander downstairs at any point to? I don't know.
Sure. We'll wander downstairs.
All right.
We'll make Elona more sad today. Might as well let it happen. Let's
right.
go.
And you
Let's see how strong that wish is.
So I seen. So I
As
seen-
Cole's going down, he'll see the thing on the tray, and he'll say to Leaf, "Leaf, put that somewhere safe. That's probably
Ah.
very important. Please put that somewhere safe."
Yes, and as you do, so Cole is in the main room. and there's this plate on the bar. The door to the tavern has recently shut, and Elona is coming downstairs, and she sees this scene as Cole looks at that, and he's like, you hear Cole say, "Leaf, put that someplace safe." And as you look on the plate, Elona, you recognize this necklace, this thing. And Leaf, you see it sort of, the plate sort of pick up and kind of go behind the bar to set down.
And I'll continue out chasing after Arda.
And then you see Cole sort of turn around and head out of the bar.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the bar and ask for that ring back.
All
Leaf,
right.
can I the thing you just put behind the bar? Can I have it? It's actually mine.
The thing sort of floats out and lands in the bar with a thud.
Is it my ring? Is it my ring on that necklace? Oh, fuck. I was hoping it wasn't. God, I'm fucking taking it. I'm conflicted because Elona's very upset, but she's also very high. She's having a great time, but also this is the worst.
You know there's a party happening outside because apparently Ordeath has left and Cole has left, so there's some kind of party happening outside in the street.
I have a feeling as soon as I step outside, someone's going to say something really racist, but like, let's go. Let's step outside. Let's go. I just have this feeling that like it's Elona's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day is what I've decided this is.
Snap the bitties.
Damn.
So yeah,
So
so
now
we
you're going
have
to
a
choose
scene.
two people to inspire.
We have a scene that is the Troll Skull Alley where doors closed and this hulking, huge colossus walks outside. This is midday, and he is heading west, leaving the tavern. Just seconds after he leaves, the door opens again, and the warlock, Cole Voidfang, walks out. And the door once again slams shut. Seconds after that, the door opens, and Elona, the half-orc, opens the door out into a scene in the alleyway of Troll Skull Alley, where the warlock and Ordeath are talking some distance away. You can't really hear what they're saying, but they're engaged in some conversation.
Elona's going to try and stealth.
Stealth? Really?
Yeah, I'm going to try and stealth.
All right.
She's
Roll
high.
me
She's
a
like,
She's
stealth
high.
check.
Leave her alone.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a stealth check.
She's singing her own stealth
Seven.
music.
Oh yeah,
So
totally. Like, oh my god.
Da, 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 da,
All right.
boom.
do-do-do.
You two want to roll me a
Do-do-do.
perception check? Let's just roll perception checks. Why not?
Okay.
Cole and Ordeath.
You're
Roll
gonna
me
see
perception
her.
checks.
Jake and Cole get inspiration, by the way.
What?
Sinan gave
Nice.
Jake and Cole inspiration.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you.
Now I see
22.
how it is, Sinan. I see how our friendship
18.
works.
Jake gets inspiration. Hold on.
And
And-
Cole
I think
does.
Sinan just
Yeah.
likes balance. I get it. Yin and yang.
I just think he is upset with how upset Elona has made him feel.
Yeah. All right. So both of you guys. So you guys are out in the street, and Ordeath, you're sort of walking away, and Cole catches up to you, and he grabs your arm, and he's like, Ordeath, and you guys start talking, and as you're talking, you both notice the door of the tavern open, and you see Elona, the half-orc, come out, but sneakily. Doot, 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 doot. Like, totally, that's like, she slams the door shuts, and then she falls against the rail, and then she's clearly trying to sneak up on you guys as you guys are having your conversation.
I'm sure that this is very upsetting for you, but walking away is usually not the best when these type of situations are happening.
Cole.
I-
He's not even looking at Cole this time he's talking. He's just staring like at the ground, kind of staring off into the distance.
I don't know what your two's relationship was in the past, or how it ended or did not end, but that doesn't matter to me. She is my friend, and you are important to her,
Oh, Cole.
and you should talk with her. She's obviously upset about Jake. She's lashing out in the only way she knows.
Cole, let me tell you a story.
Elona, you can't quite make out what they're saying, so you're like trying to get closer, and you
He's
guys
somebody
hear
to
this.
trip over a trash can.
You guys hear this? Yeah, his crash. But you know, you're fine. Like they didn't hear that. They clearly didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
no, of
and
course
you
not.
continue on.
2 years ago, I was working at a temple, and we had a small family come in seeking refuge and assistance. It was a mother, her son, and her daughter. They seemed a little worse for the wear, but they seemed honest, and obviously they were in need of help, so we helped them. Weeks went by, and we started noticing things missing, and the daughter showed up one day with a bruise. And as we talked to her about it, she said that she fell and everything was fine. As time went on, the mother's health declined, and the daughter would randomly come with bruises until one day she stopped coming. Upon asking the mother, she said that she ran away from home or from the temple. And that's what we assumed happened until her body was found. And upon questioning the mother and questioning the son, we learned that the mother was addicted to Ish. And when she didn't have any way to pay for the drug, she found other ways. I love Elona. She is one of my best friends. I thought I lost her 4 years ago. I kept what she gave me with the hopes that I would see her again. If she's going down this road, I don't know how far I can follow. I I just need some time.
That is
I just
very
need some time.
that is understandable, but don't disappear. She's going to need all of us. This is a hiccup. She had actually kicked the habit. She hadn't used in weeks. She hadn't touched it at all. She actually gave away her supply to Jake. This is a hiccup from stress. What we can do as her friends is help her recover from this. Ostracizing her is not going to do anything. but make her want to use it more. But I understand that you are deep in your feelings right now. So I will leave you be. But please think on my words.
And he starts to turn away from Cole, but puts a hand on his shoulder and looks at him. Like his eyes are kind of that like they're tearing up, and he does like a half-hearted smile, and then walks away.
And then
Dun dun dun.
Cole will
Wow.
turn and ignore that Elona's hiding very obviously next to a knockdown trash can,
Yeah, it's just like
and will walk back into the bar and leave her dignity.
Yep. All right. So Elona, you've seen all of that under like this trash can lid you put on your head.
Did I
hidden.
try and solid snake again?
I'm totally hidden. Yeah, like totally. Like hello, no one can see me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I can't see them, therefore they cannot see me.
Oh man. So they leave. So Ordath leaves. Where are you going, Ordath?
I'm just walking in
Yeah.
a direction. I'm in autopilot kind of.
All
I
right.
think
feel that's the way
at
to
this point I would kind of start making my way
Downtown?
towards the temple. Yeah,
Walking
making my way
fast.
downtown.
Walking
Walk
All
fast.
right. So the day is wearing on, and anybody have anything they want to do for the rest of today?
Zavroski's trying to figure out what Jake actually read.
Yeah, Jake misread this book.
Yeah, what
Wait,
Cole
I
goes
did
back
not
in-
say. If you read through all these books,
and here's Zavroski going, "This is terrible."
This is not a peer-reviewed article.
come on. The grammar here absolutely is horrible.
This is a wiki post, Jake. What the hell?
So you guys tell me. So anybody have anything you want to do with today, like the rest of today or whatever? We're all sort of in a very different places right now, kind of moving all around.
Hey, is anyone up to investigating anything, or is the day a wash?
So the
I, mean,
big,
I wouldn't call it a wash, but
the big
been one hell of a
problems
day.
right now are Jake is clearly fevered and in bed, or not fevered.
no, I'm at the bar
Fevered.
getting a drink now because I'm feeling a little
Yeah,
bit better.
he's like up and down.
course.
It's,
Pour
it's
whiskey on
crazy.
Pour whiskey in
goes-
his hand too.
You guys have a couple leads
Oh,
and a couple
Meg.
different things.
Not
The
feeling
big-
well? Pour some whiskey on it.
Yep. The big lead for the whatever the trove that you guys are trying to find is at the Growlhund estate. And what else?
Is it too late in the day to go to the Grail Hound?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking of like the things you guys have going on. You guys are waiting to hear back. So you have the Nimblerate lead takes you to the Growlhund estate. Mert is tracking down a couple of leads for you guys, including the lead for you, Ordath. Zavroski has Castellanter's tomorrow. What else do you guys have open right now? Anyway, like I said, you guys tell me what you're planning on doing this evening. Auntie Ruth. Oh, sorry, Auntie Ruth.
Why would you
Why
even
would you
bring
bring
her
her-
name? What the hell?
Oh.
You're just trying to pour salt in wounds now.
And he was like,
Alona is
man,
already sad. How dare you?
I was.
he's like,
looking through my-
everything's kind of emotional.
No,
Let me
I
put a
was
little
looking
bit of
through my-
salt on
Shame
that.
if somebody mentioned
Mentioned
Auntie
Auntie Ruth.
I was looking through my NPC list and I saw her.
Why'd you say her name
and I
out
was-
loud, huh?
Because I saw
Zavroski
her. and I was
Looking
like,
through the
"Auntie."
kill list. That's what he's
Mentions
looking
to Jake that we should get in contact with Barnabas, see if they have any information, see how far they're going. They've gotten.
I mean, I'm feeling better. I could go for a trip to see Barnabas.
Barnum
Good old
Splash.
Barney.
Wasn't he supposed to check in with you?
That's
Nothing
what I
doing
thought.
that.
That's what I thought.
Have you heard from him even
It's
once?
only been a day or two, and the City Watch is not
Been almost a
known
week.
for
10 days.
expediency, right? Like they're not known for like how fast
They're
they do
super
things.
lazy.
But they're going to get it done. Don't worry, it will get done.
Sure.
Don't worry.
Elona's gonna stumble her way back into the bar. Back into the tavern after, they've been in. She gave him enough time to where she was clearly out doing something and not watching them and hiding in a trash can.
Clearly, Cole sort of sees you come in. He's
Dun, dun,
He
dun,
he,
dun,
gi- he
dun.
gives her the eyes of, I know what you were doing, but I'm gonna let it slide.
Elona, you're doing wish again?
What?
You're doing wish. I just got lifted 9 feet up in the fucking air by Jumbo Man over there, or back there, or out there, wherever the fuck he is now. And you're doing wish. I thought you were done with the wish. I even tested you and offered you something. You turned it down. What the fuck's going on? I thought you were done with it. You want to talk about me doing dumb decisions and doing dumb things? I thought you were done with the wish. You were past that. Come on. What's going on?
No, I'm not gonna do the dumb thing that I wanted to do. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the dumb thing that I wanted to do.
do it. Do the dumb thing.
No. No, I'm not gonna do the dumb
Do
thing.
the dumb thing.
I already have too many people who don't like me right now. I'm not gonna alienate the one person who doesn't hate me right now, which is Jake.
I'm worried about you. I thought you were past the wish. Like, it was okay. It was like, it was a thing. We had to
Zavroski's
get
looking
through
at
it.
Cole as like,
I thought we were past that. I offered it to
seems
you and you
very
turned it
circular.
down. I thought
they're
that was
so
a
worried
sure
about each
sign.
other all the time.
Yeah, and then you went and I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Do you still have it? I know that you took it from my pocket while I was in my fever. I was unconscious and you basically went through my pockets and took it.
She'll take out the wish that she stole from Jake.
Not stole. Only one word you use the word stole.
That
Took.
was kind of stolen.
Definitely stolen. You were
It was
unconscious.
You were
Technically
unconscious. I
hers
went
to
through
be
your
rude.
pockets. I looted the body. I straight up looted the body. Look. Can we not talk about this now?
That's fine, but you're better than this, Elona. I know you can beat this
Dad
thing.
me. Don't dad me. Don't dad me.
I'm not mad.
I'm just disappointed.
Oh, mortal wound. Ah!
Look. I'm worried about you. You don't need to be worried about me right now.
If you're worried about me, it's not the time to be doing drugs and getting high, Elona. That's not going to help me. If you want to help me, you need to get off of these drugs. You need to get off of this and be done with it.
No.
It's all good and fun to have a few drinks sometimes with friends, but this is serious.
Okay, just pour salt in the wound, Jake. It's fine. Just pour salt in the wound. It's good.
Hey, this is an intervention at this point.
Yeah, apparently. She's gonna take. Can I sleight of hand to take one capsule out of the bag, keep it, and then hand the rest of it to Cole? That way, neither Jake nor I have it.
Of course. Roll me a sleight of hand.
It's not gonna end well.
Jake, roll me a perception.
I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Oh, all right.
Badly she wants it.
Oh no! I'm using my last inspiration. I'm using it all.
Oh shit.
Risk it for the biscuit.
God damn it! An 11.
I
The
am
gods
rolling
do not
mine
want you to have it.
The
in the
gods
dice
don't
tower,
want
so
it.
only Roy knows if I saw it or not.
All right. I suppose if you heading it to Cole.
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak one, keep it, and then hand the rest to Cole.
All right,
It's like
Cole.
looking at Jake to be like, I will not have it anymore.
I need perception from Cole as well.
Fuck, no.
Eagle eyes.
Yes.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna use one of mine.
All right.
Damn it!
Oh.
Let me be a druggie in
Damn.
peace, motherfucker.
What is that?
17.
I'm using one of mine. Cool. Can you re-roll that?
Yes. Make a
Oh.
reroll.
I got
Make a
another one. I'll
reroll.
use it.
Make a reroll. Make a reroll.
Inspirational.
Make a reroll. Oh, that made him
Even
better.
Oh,
Make a reroll again, Roy. You,
you
have
only
so much
made him
inspiration.
stronger.
Roy,
I've
you
only
have
got
so
two
much
more.
inspiration.
I forgot.
Technically, only just 2 left now.
All right, I'm gonna use one more. One more, Cole.
Now he's
Reroll,
gonna roll a
reroll.
natural 20. When you strike him down,
He's
Oh,
still
fuck's
better
sake.
than my
Can't
fucking
stop
life
if you
man.
see.
All right, fine. I gotta save at least one inspiration. Fuck. All right, Cole.
You don't
fine.
have to. You just
Well,
want to.
I mean. All right, but Cole's got +7 on this roll. Like,
I
all right,
know, it's not
fine.
even
I don't have a
fair.
+7 to perception. I have a +3.
Oh, you
Oh.
actually accidentally rolled persuasion once.
Hmm.
But you still rolled.
Oh, I
Doesn't
see.
matter, it's still a 19.
Yeah. +3.
Well, you see me
But
pocket one.
Elona's. Yeah, you do. So you see her, Cole. She hands it
Elona,
over.
if you're going to give me them, give me all of them.
What do you mean?
The one that you just tried to put in your pocket. Don't make me grab it. Just give it to me, please.
Elona, it's time to stop with the wish. We've had our fun. There's always the drink. Nobody's going to turn you down on the drink. But it's time to be done with this. It's time to be done with the wish. I believe in you. I know you're better than this.
You were doing so well.
Okay,
Come on.
I'll hand him the capsule. I needed to make a wisdom save whether I would give it to him or just run. I had to make a wisdom save to see
Just
whether I
run
would
out.
give it to him or
Let's
just
just be fair. There's nobody here that can tackle her and stop her.
Oh no!
I was
no.
about to say,
Exactly.
she's just
Who's
NFL
gonna
stiff
stop
arms,
me,
No.
bitch?
Jake.
She can run as far
I'm
as
pretty
she wants.
quick. I could catch up. I don't know if I'd be able to
You
stop
couldn't tackle me.
She would run
All
as
right,
far as she
Cole on
wants.
the leg.
Oh.
His feet are sparking
off me.
behind her.
All right.
She'll take the other capsule and like slam it down in front of Cole. Damn, done.
Jake, you're like, what?
It's for the best. Thank you.
Are
We're
we
not
done? Are we done making me feel like shit? Are we good? Can I go up to my
We
room
are-
now, please?
We are only worried about you, Elona.
Do I have your fucking permission to go up to my room now, or do I need permission for that now too?
Do as you wish.
Upstairs.
That's probably wrong wording there, Cole.
Poor choice of words.
Hector knows what he said.
I love it. I love it.
Up to Cole's sanctuary, I go.
Oh.
Cole Sanctuary, really?
Mhm.
All right. So Ardath, where are
Whiskey.
you headed? Well, you left. Like, what's your
Jake's like, give
plan?
me these.
Truth be told,
Need another drink after that one.
Ordoth wanted to take a quick walk around the block and come back just to take a breather, but he's lost.
God damn it, Ordath!
He is lost.
Motherfucker!
So
I
half
thought
of this time he's just been trying to find his way back home, and he does not remember the name of the bar.
Oh no.
Like
Hell,
Roy,
you
it's
don't
fine.
remember
Roy
it.
doesn't remember the name of our bar.
That's pretty
either.
much same thing. All right, so Ordath is wandering around trying to find out where he came from. Anybody else have anything interesting they need to handle today? It's getting on in the day. The shadows are
We're
going
able
long,
to still
Ordath.
visit Barnabas. We probably do that.
If you want
I
to,
don't
sure.
think we should leave
No.
alone at this point.
is she breaking stuff in her room again?
Like, we should leave her alone, but like not alone.
I agree. It might be best to hold off on the investigation.
But what we could do is I could use this little paper birdie that I have and send a message to Barnabas that we'd like to meet with him here.
He's supposed to come meet you, so
Exactly. So I mean, we'll just hold him to his word with this little paper bird.
sounds good.
That is agreeable.
So Jake will write a message to Barnabas saying you said you would meet back up with us and give us the information, and then send it off to Barnabas to ask him that we'd like to speak with him today before the night is done, if possible.
All right.
But the sooner the better.
All right. So you do. You send this off, and this is in the late afternoon, and the rest of the day goes by relatively uneventfully. Before sundown, around dinner time, into the bar walks Barnabas, in fact, and you see him. And him and his friend, the guy who sort of takes notes and everything, and he doesn't talk much, but Barnabas does. And Barnabas kind of like walks in the bar, and it's like, "Whoa, well, you guys have really fixed up the place, haven't you?"
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better since the fireball, speaking of which.
Ah, yes, well, the city is doing its investigation. Do not worry. We are deeply involved in the investigation. Do not.
How much have you had to drink today, Barnabas?
I drink? No, I am deep in the investigation. There's no time for drink.
Does he smell of booze?
He does not.
Does he actually seem drunk, or is this just
No,
his
no.
voice?
Roy's drunk. Barnabas is not drunk. Just to be clear.
Our DM is drunk. The character is not.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I've had a hard day, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes. Drunk DM, not drunk Barnabas. But still, he comes in, he's like, "Yes, well, the City Watch is hard on the case. We will give you information as soon as we have it. Have you found anything yourselves important regarding the case?" Question mark. To be
No, really,
clear,
that's
since,
why we wanted to talk to you. We haven't made much headway, and we were hoping that you had some kind of information.
well, not yet, but we shall. Do not worry. The town's guard is on the case, and we shall uncover this dastardly deed.
So nothing at all.
Well, it takes time. It takes time to interview witnesses and trace down leads. These things may take days, 10 days, perhaps, even
Is
months.
there anywhere, if we want to look into it a bit ourselves, is there anywhere we should avoid that?
No. You should, no, do not get involved. The City Watch, we are, and he looks at his friend, we are clearly in charge of this case, and it will be found out. Do not worry yourselves. If I were you, I would forget all about it. The City
And
Watch.
as my father said, we have every right to investigate the death of my Aunt Ruth.
No, indeed. And I will report to you any new information we have. But at the moment, I am sorry, but we have no new information. We will get to this case as soon as we can. It may be a few.
And this is not your only priority.
No, it is not. There are many foul deeds.
How many deaths have happened recently in the city that need investigating in such a scale?
Oh, even in this last day, at least half a dozen people have been killed, murdered, died. We don't know. We're looking
in one
into...
incident.
Well, no.
This has to be one of the bigger incidents to look into.
Absolutely.
It's not every day a fireball goes off in a major section of town, killing nobles and other people.
You are right. This is in fact the biggest incident we've had in this town in quite some time.
And
However,
yet it's on the back burner.
no, it's not on the back burner. It's on the front burner. But there are other things on the front burner. We have only limited resources. And
You're the City Watch of Waterdeep.
Yes.
Limited resources, my
Yes.
ass.
Your ass is one of our resources if we need it. It can be counted on your ass as one of our resources. Is that?
This is clearly drunk Roy.
This is drunk Roy.
What am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. No. Yes, so we will count on your ass as a city resource. No doubt. Do not worry. We shall send the city to your ass if we need be. But...
Thank you for the report, Barnabas. You've been very helpful.
Yes. Well,
Helpful, useless. I mean, it's the same word. isn't
we
it?
are trying. The City Watch is on the case. Do not fear, my friends. We shall track these leads down. We will get to it as soon as we can. It may be some days, but
Bye.
well, thank you for inviting me here. This tavern is interesting at the very least, and I take you. Do not worry, Lord Melshimber. We will keep you updated as we know more information.
I'm sure you will.
Yes, we will.
They are.
And they
While
they
he's
take their
giving
leave.
all those speeches, Zavroski kind of wants to see if this guy's full of shit.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a what's that? Perception? Perception.
Insight.
Insight, sure.
Probably.
I'll buy insight. He's legit, dude. This dude's like giving you the straight story.
All right.
As Barnabas is walking out and he's far enough away, Cole will turn to Jake. They are absolutely inept.
Useless. Absolutely useless, Cole.
Well, you guys had
They are almost as bad as the ones by the graveyard.
If not, I don't know about the ones by the graveyard or anything like that, but definitely useless.
At least the ones by the graveyard listen to our instructions to some degree.
Yes, but the level of intelligence is so low.
I feel like they're not even looking into it. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I don't even think they're taking it seriously.
Do you think anyone would pay them to just ignore it?
Ignore? It's definitely possible. It wouldn't be the first time corruption has happened in a major city.
True. Though you guys that have lived here, the name Barnos Blastwind, that's like a sort of long-standing investigative guy. He's sort of like an investigative hero. He's the guy they bring in for like the cold cases, right? And the hard cases. He's the NCIS. Is that a proper current cultural reference?
Sure.
Or is that too old?
Sure.
That doesn't mean he can't be bought.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. But he's the guy they bring in for the cases that aren't clear and obvious. Like he's an investigator. Most of the time, for something that happens, like a murder or whatever, they'll just bring in a magister and they'll assess and they'll press charges or not, and then the case is forgotten. In exceptional cases, investigators could be brought in to find more information or, to see what's going on. And this is one of those cases. And to your, historical knowledge, Barnabas Blastwind, he's sort of a known figure in Waterdeep. So you guys can decide, amongst yourselves how much you know him. But he's sort of a known figure, and he's kind of like a guy they sort of dusted off the shelves to bring in here. That said, you also know that the pace at which the city completes investigations is very preposterously long. It's
Molasses.
yeah, it's absurd. It's absurd. So Barnabas seems legit, and he maybe is, but he's also working under the full bureaucracy of the city of Waterdeep, which who knows what that means exactly.
We are better off investigating this ourselves,
Yeah,
as we have been.
We'll just continue to take the matters into our own hands, and we'll get
I
more.
would have expected they might have at least one thing that we've already found out. But
What have you found out?
hasn't Barnabas already left?
Yeah, I'm curious what you found out.
All about the Nimblerites and the Growlhounds and
The vault,
The vault.
dragon, or dragons.
Or something code word.
So, do you guys have some kind of idea what
Should
you're going to
we
do, or
go to the Growlhound estate? Is it too late to do that today, or?
it's second half of the day, let's say evening time, or I mean, this stays loose. Like the time is loose, right? Because you guys aren't really doing anything time specific. So, if you want to do something at a specific time, let me know, and that's fine. It's easy to pass hours or minutes or whatever. So it is as tight a timeline as you guys want to follow is fine. If you guys say, hey, I want to do this at night, we can do that. Or
Well, if we're gonna go to the Growlhounds, I really do feel like I should go talk to Elona first. I feel like I was kind of hard on her, though I was assaulted by a barbarian Goliath almost. Like The guy is huge, and he had me on 9 feet in the air. He could have dropped me. I could have broken ankle.
Could you also make
Jake's
sure
fragile girly ankles.
I got little ankles.
when you do talk to
I got
her,
dainty
Jake,
ankles.
Jake, when you do talk to her, can you at least explain that it's not actually my book? She already is hostile to me enough of the time.
Zavroski comes back in. These books prove it.
Bullshit.
Oh my.
This isn't my book. It's not even from my collection.
I would not
John.
buy from this. Oh, no.
John,
I
that's the
write my
best
name in the
thing.
bottom left-hand corner of every book I own.
John, that's the best. Oh my god, that's so good.
Can I do some kind of roll to slowly make my way back home?
Yeah. No, you
Wandering
can't.
like a
Still
hobo.
lost.
As you're wandering around the city, you sort of wander around the city, wander, and as you do this, you hear this loud crash, which sounds familiar.
I'm not breaking anything. If you're insinuating Elona's breaking things, she's not breaking anything. Sorry, she's in Cole's
That's right.
chapel. She's in Cole's chapel. She's not breaking anything.
It's all right. I'll ask everybody that I see if they
Just a real
know
quick
where
question.
I can find. Yeah, they know where I can find Jake and Elona, and then if they look at me weird, I say the half orc woman, short fuse.
Oh yeah, you can pretty quickly get pointed back to Troll Skull Alley, where there's this new place. Like, oh yeah, we hear there's a half orc there. In fact, they had this fight when this new bar opened, and it was a big fight between two half orc chicks. Oh man, it was so hot. It was so amazing. They were fighting. One of them got
Man,
the
cut
shit.
from my own cloth.
One of them got the shit beat out of her, but man, it was hot. These chicks were like buff and awesome. It was amazing. And you can pretty easily get redirected back, and you're like, oh, that half orc. Yes, okay. So you can definitely get directed back to Troll Skull Alley and the. Why can't I remember the name of this place? Seven Hydras? Not Seven Hydras.
Spirit of the
Spirit?
Hydra.
Yeah,
Of the
it was
Hydra.
Spirit.
Spirits of the Hydra. Spirits like liquor, Roy. Come on.
It's about the letters. The letters form. Anyway, yes. Eventually, Ardath, you find your way back to the Spirits of the Hydra, Troll Skull Alley, in fact, and there is the Wood Elf Druid standing out on her porch, and she's like, waving at you. How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm doing
Creepy
well. I'm
lady.
doing well. How's your friend Jake? Is he okay? Did he take my poison well?
Well, he seems to be fine, so I don't believe they have given it to him.
Ah,
I walked out for a bit. I'm just returning from some errands.
that's too bad. That's too bad. Well, if you need more poison for him, let me know. I will
Trying
be
straight
glad
up
to poison him
Jake,
once again.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Thank
I'll
you.
be glad. Yes,
Thank you.
and she's got like the
appreciate it. I
wild
will
eyes.
let
Like
you
she is not a integrated person of society. She is like a wood elf who is like just barely hanging on in this building in this city. Fine.
Essential oils, crystals.
Yes, it's
That's
all
her
of that.
whole
all that.
Poisons.
Yeah.
It's her whole
She thinks
shop.
poisoning
Rub some
someone
lavender on it.
is a normal
Oh
thing.
God, I hope not. I'd get hives.
All right. Well, if you need more poison for him, you let me know, and I will be glad to help you out.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
And
Bye-bye.
he walks inside.
Yes. Oh, goodbye. All right. Inside Troll Skull Manor. What's going on? What do you guys have? Who's got plans? Who's got ideas?
I think
Thanks
Jake
for
was gonna
going.
look for Elona.
If
So
we're
we
going
can
to the
go.
Growlhounds.
I think we might as well. I mean, I'm not there. I don't have an opinion. Never mind.
You're not there.
You
Where are
said you were
you?
going to talk to Elona first, and Zavroski said, please sort out the book. And
Yeah, please tell her,
right.
for the love of
Please
God.
tell her it was not my book, please.
I don't want to get punched in the throat.
It's
Thank
the
you.
book. The book.
Jake, Elona is not in her room.
No, I know that. Jake will come back down and be like, guys, Alona's not in her room.
Did you look elsewhere?
Elona.
Maybe she's trashing the
Elona.
library or something.
I didn't hear any sounds of trashing anything. I feel like we would hear that. I mean, it's a big place, but I mean, I don't think the walls are that silent.
Oh, here she is. The door opens. It must be Elona. But no, in walks our death.
Hello, everyone.
Orda, you're back. I wasn't sure we
Actually-
would see you again.
Faster than I thought you would come back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You'd be
This is
happy
high
to know that
wisdom.
we have confiscated the wish from Elona.
And Cole will hold up the bag.
I want to apologize to you, Jake. I should not have done that, and I don't know why.
We all do things out of anger sometimes, Ordath. I'm not mad at you. I understand. We all care. I think we all here care about Elona. And kind of look at Zavroski. Some of us a little more than others.
Oh.
Hey, what's up, Zav?
I'm just guessing that Zavroski doesn't really like.
Zav was like,
warm
"Oh
his
man, she's so
Understandable.
great."
towards Elona, you know.
Understandable.
Wow.
That he
I
doesn't
care
like-
about
Really,
everyone in the party. Don't worry, Jake.
Wow.
Zav's,
Yeah, that's like-
Zav's
Man.
throwing Elona under the bus the minute he gets a chance.
Zav's about
That
to punch
response
Jake in
was
the
that,
face.
which
Oh,
kid is your
Jav's.
favorite? I love all my children
Yeah.
equally.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite.
I have a favorite. No. Forget that. Scratch
Is
that.
it me, your internet child?
No.
Clip it?
Yeah.
No,
No. Scratch that.
It's
Erase.
the tiny one with the curlies.
Delete.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tiny little curly
Delete.
one.
Delete.
delete.
Hey,
Oh, you can't
you-
find her?
she's not in her room.
Went upstairs. I assume to her room. I don't know where else she would have gone.
I mean, the only other places are my room or your room.
My room. Sorry.
I'll check my room. You check your room. I don't want to send Zav into the library by himself.
Safe choice.
I'm
Safe
gonna let
choice.
you guys find Elona, and I'll be here having a good drink with Leaf.
Safe choice, Jake.
That's a great decision.
All right. So where is Elona? What's going on?
He's
Where's
upstairs in the shrine to the Raven Queen praying.
I'll roll for it. I got a 13 on my perception to try and find her. What's Cole got?
Yeah.
Who finds her first?
Is that perception?
I went perception. I felt like that was the way to go. I think we're both pretty even. There you go.
Boom.
You find her. She is in your shrine, so I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
you looked at-
Yeah, you come into the shrine and you see Elona in the exact same position that you are when you pray to the Raven Queen, and you can hear her murmuring kind of to herself. And it's pretty quiet.
Alima.
It's the quietest you've ever seen Elona. I can tell you what she's saying if you want to know.
If you feel like sharing that, sure.
You probably caught her about halfway through her conversation. She doesn't know how this works. But yeah, she's sitting there praying and she's just like, I don't know what to do anymore. And I've always heard that when you don't know what to do, you ask your parents. And I know you have my mom. I know you're looking after her. But if you could like send her to me, I don't fucking know what you do, but just something, please. Some guidance. And then she's like kind of laughing to herself because she just thinks she sounds fucking ridiculous.
Then Cole will slowly walk up to her, put a hand on her shoulder.
She
That
doesn't react.
was very beautiful, Elona. Hey, I know you are very troubled at the moment, but you know, we are all here for you, even Zavroski. He just said he cares for the entire group. we're in your corner, so to speak. Eh, we can help with certain things. I this morning was actually up here talking to her about your mother as well. I do hope and pray that you at least get that image and reassurance of your mother. Eh, and it brings me great joy that you actually came up here by yourself.
Well, my room's kind of fucked. So,
Yeah, we saw that when we were looking for you. Holy shit.
and she like holds up her now like busted up but like dried over knuckles of like all of the blood that has dripped down her forearms.
Lona,
Well,
you have to have our death. Look at this.
ask Jakey, this is not the worst that's happened to my hands ever.
Your knuckles look broken.
Oh, probably.
You are a much tougher person than I have ever met.
I can take a punch. I've taken many for Jakey. But when it comes to like, and she like motions to her head and then like to the stat, I'm not very strong.
Well, then, in those times, you can lean on your friends.
Yeah, but then when I do, I get scolded like I'm 10 from my dad.
Okay, but we're doing this for you. You know, you were doing so well without the wish. And to see you slide back into it, especially after doing so well, it makes us feel bad. Like if we have failed you in our own way.
I'm just really fed up with not being able to help Jake. I could when we were younger, and then we hit the monastery, and now I can't do anything to help him, and it scares me.
I understand that he is your family. And family, trust me, is very important. There is not a day that I don't think of my father. And I can understand you're wanting to keep that family safe. But he is also a grown man himself. And he made this decision himself. It may not have been the correct one or the right one for the time, but we are his friends and we need to see him through this, just like we need to see you through your uh, recovery from Wish. You two tend to try to out protect each other.
Yeah, and I'll win. I'll beat his ass and then protect him.
That's not the point. You know, I'm the most protective. I'm the most protective. That's not what is needed. Yes, the protection is needed, but actually being there, listening to the problems, that is what is needed. That is where you can find true healing.
Where is he? Do we know?
Standing outside the door listening.
Come to the door.
Oh man! Oh no!
He's heard pretty much all of this.
He's been at the door for the last.
Well, you don't know. Hey, you don't know that.
Yeah,
He
you
might.
go
He might.
first.
With my 18,
Perception.
hell yeah.
I
Okay.
need to look for her.
Cole, roll me. Yeah, Cole actually killed the perception. All right, fine. Yeah, you know. Sure.
He's been quiet right back there this whole time. Jake,
You gonna come in, or you just gonna stand outside the door like a creeper, Jakey?
I was just listening, guy. I didn't want to interrupt such a tender moment. Listen, Elona, you're still there. You've been there to protect me. You've been taking the hits this whole time. If you're worried about protecting me, I just want to be able to stand on my own feet as well. I don't want to have to rely on you and put the weight of my problems on your shoulders. I want to be able to protect you as much as you protect me and protect all of us. That's why I made this decision. We're a team. It's not there's no I in team. I know there's an ME, but we're still a team and we need to work out for each other.
She's gonna go. She's gonna grab Cole and Jake, and they're both getting a giant fucking hug because she can easily fit them both in her arms and just squeeze all of the fucking air out of both of them because And then she'll let him go and turn to Jake. Please don't ever scold me like my dad did ever again.
I did what I thought was best for you at the time, Elona. We needed to take the wish away. It's that the wish time is over. It's done for me. It's done for you.
Wow.
We don't
Cole's
need this
gonna
in our
get it.
lives.
Cole's gonna get high off a wish now. He has all
Cole
of our
already
drugs.
gave it. Cole's gonna give it away. We're gonna get rid of it.
Cole is gonna sell that shit. What are you talking
Cole's
about?
gonna use it.
Expensive now.
No.
Actually, it is. That's
Yes,
true. It's a
'cause
shortage.
There's a
There's a big shortage. Wow. Well, man. Holy shit. You guys are like bringing the emotion train every week. This is unreal. Yeah. Choo choo.
Elona just needs a hug.
And though she's grappling her friends.
Yeah, do you have to roll to grapple them? Do I have to roll to grapple? check?
No. They
Jake would embrace right back. It's one of those tender moments.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Elona.
Wow.
You need to learn to hold your breath, Cole.
That's what Jakey does. He just holds his breath for like a minute and a half, and then we're good.
I got like a 3-minute time limit going on at this point.
I wasn't expecting the.
Oh, and Elona, I feel like I should mention.
Yeah.
I didn't get that book from Zavroski. I got it from that woman that we met with the cat in the library.
Then why'd you say it was from Zavroski?
Because I put it back in his library. So it's
Are you
technically his
just-
book now.
Are you just saying that to protect him so I don't punch him in the nuts?
No, I legitimately got it from her. I was sick and I had put it back in his library, technically making it his book. But I got it from somebody else. I got it from that woman with the library after we saved her cat.
Okay.
I just thought you
Jake?
should know that.
Jake does seem to be overall feeling better. He's
we like that.
up. He's about. He is
Had a
the
few drinks?
scar in his hand is still inflamed, still hot, but Jake himself seems to be sort of back in the mix. Like he's like, here I am. I'm Jake, and he's back. Unfortunately, it is our time to end this week.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. You guys.
Just one more hour.
Yeah, just one more. Just one more hour.
Can we just continue to try to make Anna cry?
Oh my god,
That'd
yeah.
be
What
easy.
the hell,
Are you
guys?
kidding me?
Yeah, it
No.
should. 10 just another 5 minutes, and I can take
Yeah,
it.
give
The
it another
moment she
5
comes
minutes,
back
and I'm sure I'm gonna
downstairs
cry.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
No, unfortunately, if you want to watch Anna cry, you're gonna have to come tune in
Whoa,
next week.
whoa.
Next
Also,
week.
You're gonna have to come back next week.
we're all waiting
saying.
for the day that Zavroski can make Elona cry. That's what we're all waiting for.
Zavroski. Oh, he's in. Oh, John's like he's been. Never mind. No.
One more hour.
Yeah, people want one more hour. I'm just saying.
Well, I would love.
The
Like
people have spoken.
I can't.
Guilt trip. No.
No. We gotta end. No, we have to end. We have to end. We have to end. We have to end.
Quarantine extension. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Grognards get a whole extra day of games.
Yeah.
You can't even get one.
But we go every week. We go every week. I can't. No, I can't. No.
Yeah, we were so close.
I want to. Like this is the
John,
best.
do
Truth
the
be
puppy
told, I
dog
can't
eyes.
go another hour anyway, so it's
Yeah. See, there you go. Okay, good. Because I'm not gonna lie, this is like the best 3 hours of my life. This is so cool. Like I love hanging out with you guys. I really genuinely do. Love hanging out with you guys. I love our friends joining in with us live. I love that a lot. It's just so much fun. But we have to end the night tonight. And we're gonna do that there. Man, you guys have there. All right.
So I need to just emotionally.
I think
prepare
next week,
myself for every
just to
episode.
get you prepared, I think next week we need a combat. I really think we need a combat to break the ice.
It's up to you guys. Like I am only.
Let's go fight those nobles.
Nothing like
guys
eating
have-
some
Nobles.
nobles.
You guys have a clear line.
Let's just go kill the entire Castle Lantern line right now.
Perfect. Let's go. Mass
Wipe them from the
extinction.
face of
Not
the
even
earth.
the ones that hurt us.
I don't
Cast
care.
Legends are hard.
Kill some
I don't like
nobles.
that frigid bitch, John.
She only wants to give us
you actually
10%.
met Lady Castle?
You have. Dude,
We
you
met her
guys have a
once.
pretty
You met
clear
her once at
line.
the bar when she came
Right.
looking for you.
All right. You guys have a pretty clear line to a place that you need to get to, but that's all time dependent. So it depends on the day you get there. I don't know. Other than that, storming cast lanterns, you can do that, but
Kill him.
cast lanterns
And die.
Cole has some
They're
poison to put
strong
people to sleep
mages.
now.
cast lanterns are
Ah.
strong. They're
Cole
strong.
has some sleeping poison.
Anyway, so this is again, this game is
side note. Cole, when he went to go look for Elona, put the 17 gold back on her nightstand, or what was left of her nightstand.
Oh.
Aww.
Put that back in your inventory, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, this game is really about where you guys want to drive the game. So,
If you need Elona to instigate a fight, she's got you.
but that's up to you guys. I want you guys to tell me where the game goes because I'm writing this game week to week, dependent upon what you guys are doing. There's threads and stuff, but the overall idea is that you guys are driving the game. So where you want to go, that's why sometimes I message you guys privately because I'm like, oh yeah, what are you thinking? Because I want to have an idea for like where that character is going or what the character's thinking, stuff like that. So next
Well, let's
week,
hope there's a fight at the Growlhounds.
well, that's up to you guys. Next week,
All right, well,
a
I'm sorry to
week
fight
from
at the
today.
Let's do it, Jake.
That's what's
Hi,
gonna
how are
happen.
you guys doing today?
When I was, hey,
Have
how are you?
Have you
And then
met
Jake
our
just
Lord
goes,
and Savior, this gigantic Goliath?
Bitch!
he wouldn't instigate the fight though. You've got to get Elona to instigate, and then
But
Ordab's
that would
gonna be
be
like,
that would be
"Fuck."
the distraction, and then
Yeah.
Elona.
Exactly. Have you met Ordab? And then Jake would just be like, Elona, go. And she'd be like, okay.
Ah!
I'm just not gonna I'm openly gonna steal something. Like, this is a nice vase you got here.
Mine
Pocket.
now. Make eye contact with them as you put it in your jacket. What you gonna do about it, punk?
Next
Do
week,
something.
we're gonna see how all of this turns out. Apparently, Jake's. Well, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen next week? If you want to find out what's going to happen next week, you're going to have to come back and join us. I want to thank all of our regulars. Who am I missing? Icky V, Yvettle. Who else is here every single week? The Grognards, of course. I love all of you guys. Thank you very, very much for showing up. Who am I missing on congratulating? Anybody?
Hiring?
Oh yeah, Dice
Yeah,
Tyrants.
Tyrants.
Oh man, fucking A, man. Yes, thank you so much for joining up. We really appreciate you guys. I really do. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you
Epic
guys.
The Adept.
The Adept. Monochromatic Weiss just dropped a follow. Infinity. Oh, by the way, we hit 300 followers tonight. I feel
Holy
like
shit!
I feel like that's
Yes, baby.
celebrated before we go.
Yes. So thank you everyone that has followed us. I know that's a lot of people. 300 followers. I know in the world of, YouTube, blah blah blah, that's not much, but this is a small community. This is people like we know and our friends, and I at least genuinely treasure every single one of you guys that are following us. I really like it. I really love the idea of developing this community. It's super fun. Check it out on Discord. Discord is the best way to talk with us. And I think it's the best way to build our community. I really do. Let's see. That said, Roy is drunk. Anybody else have anything to say? Not drunk.
Someone let Roy go. Our sponsor, Moonstruck Dice.
Yes.
Oh, sponsor Moonstruck Dice.
Dice.
Moonstruck. So it's where's that, Anna? Instagram.
Instagram, Moonstruck Dice. He makes custom-made dice by hand. I know he's starting to shop up soon. Hopefully, he's started making a lot of sets of dice, so he's starting up it soon. He also is the one who's making the layout for Monster Hearts. Same guy.
Oh, sweet. Very sweet. Very sweet. Yeah. Yeah, and the dice are just fucking amazing. That's really
We
good.
love you, Mark.
We do love you,
those
Mark.
red and black ones that he just made.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they
my
gorgeous?
God.
Right, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, check those guys out. Fox, Bees, you guys have your streams. We'll see you there. Anna, are you streaming this weekend at all?
We might be playing Monster Hearts on Barty time. We haven't decided yet, so
Discord. Come check it on the Discord. That's how you'll find out. You'll find out when Anna.
Anna
Anna.
announces.
Not a Disney princess.
Anna.
You'll find when
Drunkor
Anna.
needs to go.
Anna, what? Look, I have.
Someone get a giant hook real fast, please.
All right, we gotta go. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. Tuesday is gonna be the Grognards, and then Thursday will be these amazing human beings
continuation.
again. There. Until next time.
Nerd
Out.
God, you guys are amazing.